You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of the AFL Queensland.
Yeah, I know. Or what they're doing is not tell us. Yeah. Yep. I reckon you'd be right. Yes. Yeah. Well, he's done that stuff like this. So this is really good check, right? So number 6 will start on the board. And then Grange. It's all fine. Who's on the ball, so they do well. He must be a really good recruit because he's on 6 points.
So is that, so when you say, so what's the point system?
Player points, so if you're new to the club, you start on 6 points and you from somewhere else. But then you go down a point. So basically it's like a salary cap. Because you're only allowed a certain, see down the bottom there?
Yeah.
You're only allowed 52 points. So if you had too many new recruits, you can't buy them.
That's really cool. Because I saw that last time.
Yeah. So you look at Morningside, they're using up the whole points 50 for 50. We've had a game where they brought in an emergency and so they got somebody out of 1. And they lost their game because they went over their point system. Yep.
Big Dad, he's down here.
Footy man, baseball,
Football, sports.
So what do you do? So I reach out to my
Number 60.
yeah, cool. Just I think that's what's great. So
We're about to get to 5 minutes. You guys want to go a little bit early?
yeah, there we go.
Alrighty.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 TPIL Lawyers Queensland AFL Premiership season. We are live here at Hickey Park for round 10. And it's Dave Kilman sitting alongside me. Dave, mate, what a beautiful day here down here.
Oh, it is absolutely magnificent in Hickey Park, as we said in the intro. If you're not doing much around the area, get on down. It is absolute superb conditions for football. Looking forward to this 5v9. Morningside, well, they do have a few outs. Looking forward, Downey's out, unfortunately, with a few soft tissue injuries, but nonetheless, we're looking forward to seeing how they're going to go. Peter Bird, number 18, is on debut for Morningside this afternoon, so looking forward to him. His father's former legend down here as well, so American with college basketball over there, and father's Australian. for this American, and so looking forward to seeing him go this afternoon, and also Grady Turner, looking forward to him from Wilston Grange. But it's a must-win game for Wilston Grange, and I don't know they're going to get a better chance of knocking off Morningside this afternoon. At their home deck, I saw these two last year, and it was Tom Hickey from Morningside absolutely tore them apart, but he's not there this year. He's retired after being concussed in the final series of last season, so wish him, no doubt, all the best. And another one they have lost, Morningside, James Foley, the former Hawthorn and St Kilda backman, and Melbourne, of course. He is, I believe, back in Melbourne playing, but he's doing some work up here in the QAFL, and he will play some games at certain points this afternoon. But as I said, yeah, looking forward to it. Should be an absolute ripper, Dylan.
Yeah, and we can see our umpires here in the centre of the field, just getting everyone ready. Big shout out to Bradnam's Windows and Doors for getting behind our umpires here for our QAFL season. And you're right about the weather, mate. My goodness, it is absolute doozy down here at Hickey Park, and fine conditions. I saw the last couple of weeks we've had nothing but rain and miserable conditions. So
well, I had that last week, unfortunately, down at the Hornets ground there in Aspley, and it was it was a tough old day. I reckon it rained from about half an hour before the start, and it didn't finish till about half an hour after the game finished. So we certainly don't have that issue here this afternoon, as we said before. Absolutely bathed in beautiful sunshine, and really looking forward to this. Yeah, just having a look, Peter Burke, young American. He's he might be doing. He might even be starting in the ruck. He was doing a little bit of warm up in that area, so not far off a start here this afternoon, as we said, brought to you by TPIL lawyers, as well in Bradnam's Doors and Security. So toss has been won, but we've only got the Wilston Grange boys at this stage into the middle, so they're just in their huddle here for the Morningside boys.
Geez, you reckon the debut's jumping in the ruck? You did mention he's from a basketball background, mate, so we'll see if the hops come out, as the fellas look like they're ready to go.
Well, and if he would, there wouldn't be a more intimidating opponent. He's got Matthew Pearce, the big fella in there for Wilston Grange, who's well, he's got plenty of ink on him and not much up top. By that I only mean hair. Looks like he would be an intimidating opponent. So, and that looks like how they will be starting. Yep. So there you go. Debuting in the ruck. So not far off the start here, as we mentioned. Absolute perfect conditions.
And we can see strong wind blowing to the left side of screen too, viewers, so definitely going the way of Grange as we are ready to go.
Yeah, just clearing the venue. So there's the siren to start this QAFL match of the day. Up they go in the ruck, and it was Pearce. Got the hit out with his left hand. Ball fed out. Player appealing for the free kick. Wasn't paid, was Stevenson. Now taken down in a tackle, and we'll start it all again.
Yeah, pretty tough start immediately. You can see the intent here from both sides. Ball goes up once more. And the same result again.
Well, there you go. The young ruckman got the hit out. This time, though, it'll be taken by Wilston Grange. Handball fed over the top. Little kick forward now for Wilston Grange, up towards half forward, getting back, though, to take an uncontested mark.
That's Greenaway as he gets the ball out. Ball's live once more. Banging it down the far side of the field. It's a smothered kick. And here we go. This is good movement from Morningside down.
Handball over the top, intercepted though. Here's a chance for Wilston Grange. A shot in towards an open goal. It's going to bounce through all the way. And they draw first blood and just knocks his mate down on the way through, if you don't mind. Just an errant handball there that was intercepted.
Jack Jack Rains has absolutely copped it from his teammate there. That's definitely coming up in Kangaroo Court later on in the week.
I reckon it would be, and it was Jackson Mills with the goal. 9 there, just intercepted the handball, and unfortunately, it was a bit of a high five that went wrong. It was a chesty. So first blood here for Wilston Grange. They open it 1 goal straight 6. We've played just on 30 seconds here. A minute and 30 seconds here in the opening term. Great start.
Yeah, you'd be pretty happy with that for the Wilston Grange side, but that's a bit of a coach killer as ball goes up once more. And quietly contested, kicked out once more. And Wilston Grange just scrapping here. There we go, Morningside once more, get hands out. Booted to the forward line.
Yeah, come from Rolls. Rolls goes up towards half forward, spills off the back. Cockatoo's there. Couldn't take it cleanly. Leaves it for a teammate who can square it up at the top of the square. Just had a little bit too much on it. Ball stays alive though. He can swing back onto his left boot, partly smothered. And it works towards the boundary line for a throw-in on the outer side. Might have been Cameron Reeves in the pocket there.
We can see immediately the intent from Morningside. They're definitely trying to get fast hands and kicks out, but been quite a few smothers already, Dave.
Yeah, there has been. As you'd expect, 2 very proud clubs here this afternoon on show. Ball to be thrown in, left forward pocket. Well, both ruckmen went underneath the ball. They're both fresh-aired it in the end. They maintain possession here, Morningside. They can get a shot in towards goal on the left boot. Right off the side of the boot, though. And missing everything. It'll be a free kick going back to Wilston Grange. Right back pocket, left back pocket, I should say.
Yeah, missed the dartboard, and we got a second ball on the field. Let's see what the Gorillas can do with this clearance. Banged down, heavily contested down the middle. Straight to ground, out of bounds once more.
A good start here, 1 straight 6. Wilston Grange, perfect start for them. Morningside yet to score. 3.5 minutes gone here in the opening term. Big Burke to do battle. Ball's taken out there cleanly. And Morningside, they've got numbers, but they can't take the football away. That time it was done by Mills again, so his kick was a good one. Maintained possession.
That's a captain's kick right there. Nice setup. And immediately Mills here with the 450 entry. Looks like he's just going to wallop it in and see what happens. Big pack. Ball to ground. And we've got a check up. We'll see if anyone can grab him. No, tap through. For a
rush behind in the end. Did well to kill it. They bring the ball back in now. Short kick. That was okay. Once his player, Oscar Tanks. His kick's a beauty. Now they're away. They're open on the outer side. The left foot kick goes in towards full forward. Well, he's got Nakai Cockatoo trying to run onto it, but he was just pushed underneath the football a little bit too easy. Free kick should have been paid high, I thought. Kick was smothered. Here's another chance. Cockatoo, handball over the top. Intercepted. They can get it away. They bring it up towards centre-half back. Now Wilston Grange. Fist forward by Mills. He's been in everything early in this opening quarter. They keep possession now. There's a turnover. Handball over the top. They should be out here. It should be a scoring opportunity for Morningside. Kick goes in towards full forward. Spills off hands. Getting back there to help out was there's the big fella there in O'Day. In fact, it was Pearce. His kick goes wide and it's going to be turned over again.
Yeah, once more Morningside with the entry. And a ship little kick there, and that's a good setup. Hands off immediately. A bit of frenetic display here on Hickey Park surface as ball once more goes Grange, and Grange trying everything they can to get it out. Here we go, Gorillas on the rebound, and unfortunately kicked straight to the chest of the opposition. No mark paid though. And here we go, ball out once more, bit of a grubber down the right side. Hands down low. And just fighting the boundary line. There we go, official bringing it in once more.
Sammy Griffiths, Garrett McDonald, blonde hair playing forward. Saw him a few times last year. He was always in defence. Got an absolute raking left boot on him. Keep an eye out for him. He can hit it 60-odd metres on his day. Comfortably. Ball beats the rucks again. Chance though for Wilston Grange. Was he in the back or holding the ball? The umpire said no, we'll play on there. We've got a problem. Somebody's going to have a problem. And it'll be a free kick back to Morningside, just laid on top of the football. And that one will go to Bennett's, Tommy Bennett's. He goes in towards full forward. High flyers are up. No one can take the mark. Wilston Grange have got numbers at the fall of the ball. Couldn't take it cleanly though. And we should get a stoppage around about 30 metres out from the Morningside goals, who trail at the moment 1-1-7 Wilston Grange. Morningside yet to score.
Yeah, we're seeing just constant battles here. Once again, goes up and the big clean tap. Unfortunately goes away to the opposition down the long side. And here we go, the Grange have an opportunity to get away with it. Hands off, ball still alive, nice pass. Sold the dummy, that's a nice one. And the Gorillas, a bit of a mongrel. Here we go, Morningside once again on the defensive effort. Straight down the middle. And fella's not too sure where to hand it off. Here we go, they've reset. Let's see if they can rebound, Dave.
They will this time. It'll be through Saxon. Goes on the outer side. Kick was okay. Spot up a teammate there. That was all right. In Cockatoo Collins. The Cockatoo Collins on the right boot. Goes long into McDonough, who takes the mark. 50 out direct, 45-degree angle. But as I just mentioned before, distance won't be a problem. Hopefully I haven't given him the commentator's curse. He's going to go back and kick from around about 55.
Jeez, this is a doozy of a barrel if he can pull this out, and see if the...
I reckon he'll go the drop punt. He'll wheel onto that left boot.
Keep in mind, wins against him as well. He's absolutely launched it though, and the result's looking pretty good.
Just offline.
Just the wide side. I got excited there, Dave.
Well, I didn't see the goal umpire move across very far, so I'd sort of assumed it was coming back for a goal, but they get their opening score. That's their first one behind. Trail Wilston Grange, 1-1-7. Now, just playing on over there was Archie Smith, so it goes for a run and bounce. They get the ball to the middle, but there it's turned over quickly. Handball come over the top. It's the old 1-2. I think that was Lovick. It was. His kick's a good one. Spots up a teammate in the middle. Oh, the kick, though, I think the umpire blew the whistle a little bit too early. Went to blow the whistle, and unfortunately they coughed up the mark. So, chance for Cockatoo. Feed the ball out to the top of the square. Getting back, no one can take it. McDonough just throws it on the boot. Got touched on the line. Wilston Grange holding up valiantly here in the last line of defence, and they're going to bring it out eventually through the agency of Griffiths.
Jeez, how good was that shimmy and shake? And the ball's hectic in the middle. And here we go, the Gorillas. Once again, another wayward kick. 2-on-1 here. Let's see what can happen with it. Unfortunately, goes to the sideline, and I think the Gorillas will take that, Dave. They got possession of it and maintained.
Yeah, it was. It was good work there by Humphreys, Brad Humphreys. He was outnumbered 2-1. Did well to cause a stoppage in the end. Get the ball over the line. We've just played just on 9.5 minutes here in the opening term. 1-1-7 to 1 behind in favour of Wilston Grange. They do the ruck work again. That was okay through Pearce. They'll get the ball forward.
Good mark.
It was a good mark. That was Archie Smith. He goes out wide, just maintains possession, and they'll start the rebuild again.
Yeah, and you can see they're just really trying to build some momentum here, the Gorillas. They've done pretty well. There's been a few off kicks, and that one's gone high again. The big ruckman going head-to-head once more. Once again goes the ground, hands out. And a big kick into the forward line. Let's see if there's any marks taken. No, great mark there on the sideline of Greenaway, who gets it away immediately. We can see Cameron Reeves, ball in hand, straight away. Here we go, Morningside on the rebound. Big run, hand back. And they're taking their time. Bit of a chip play here from Morningside. This is better to see. Not just blazing away. Good mark. And that's taken to ground once more. Can Morningside get a kick off? They can. And let's see what the result is. No.
I think he's got it.
Got it. There we go. Morningside get their first goal on the board. And that's a much better transition.
Yeah, good finish in the end. It was a bit of a floater by Tommy Griffiths, but the Morningside, but he gets their first goal on the board. Yeah, just to be floating away at the end, a bit of a floater, but still got the desired result. 1-1-7, each of two here. 11 minutes gone in the opening term.
You know, we were saying at the start of the game, considering this is a 5th v 9th matchup, that this has potential to be really close.
It does,
all the way, and
Yep.
we can see that straight off the bat.
We certainly can. As I said, watching the live stream, ground absolutely bathed in beautiful sunshine here this afternoon, 24 degrees, and couldn't get a better day for football.
Perfect as the ball goes up once more. A bit of ruck change here, and this time official immediately bringing it in. And it looks like it was Chase Martin.
Chase
there for the
Martin.
Gorillas. Yep.
Yep.
There we go. That was a throw. No, definitely not the case. Apparently, as the ball goes up, goes to the ground again. And another tackle. The officials have been busy thus far, mate.
Yeah, Derby Brendan do the ruck work again. The debutant did well in Burke. Got him out the side and got the hit away, back in towards the corridor. We've got a Stacks on the middle. We'll have another stoppage.
Yeah, Peter Burke's back in there. Immediate fist from the big basketballer. His hands go out again. The Gorillas on the rebound once more. Bit of a foot race here. Who's going to win it? Looks like Morningside will get first hands, and hands out they do. Take two. This is a good momentum burst here for the Morningside led side, and they're going to take their time here with a bit of a bounce. Forward entry once more. And that's a great
McDonough.
kick and a good mark with a kicking opportunity for goal.
Yeah, it was great build-up too. There you go, the Greenaway. Gee, he's been busy down back, hasn't he, for Morningside in the opening term. Been involved in everything so far. So it will be McDonough. He's on the wrong side for a left footer. So probably go a banana. And that's what he does go with, but it's gone right across the face. Just sneaks in for one behind. A couple early scoring shots for him, for two behinds.
A tough angle on that one. As you can see immediately the defensive press is in. And the Gorillas take their time once more.
They do. That was Archie Smith. Yeah. Not sure if they want to try and get the switch going here. They decide to go long down the line. Could be a turnover again. Plenty of numbers around the football. That was okay. It was taken out there by Rains. Tony. They get it towards centre wing, between wing and half forward, where the umpire says, I'll have it, thank you.
Geez, a solid tackle once more. And we can see the debut and once more in the ruck. As Pearce has been off for a little while here, Dave. I'm not too sure what's going on, but
He's just getting a few instructions.
here we go. Ball out once more for Morningside. And a high one it is. Immediately goes to ground. Scramble here is in effect. And this is some great play. Banging it down the middle. Good kick. And there's a smother. There it is. Gorillas with the momentum. And here we go. The rebound straight to the forward line. Hands are up. Was that in the back? No. Referee plays it on. Bang. Big hit. And there we go. That's an open forward line. Should be an easy one. There we go. Gorillas get their second.
They do. Good build-up in the end. Just another turnover, though, by Morningside. Back in the middle of the ground. That's the second time they've turned it over. Back in towards, or back into the corridor. And it's cost them a goal on both occasions. As
Was that Stevenson that locked that one in? Saw all the high fives going his way.
no, it's Cameron with the goal.
Cameron with a goal.
Number 18 there. He was just coming off for a rest too, Noah Cameron. And he was told to head back, straight back out there again. So not one of our favourite parts of the game, kicking a goal and running off.
No, you'll take the goal over the rest every day of the week. And
So 2-1-13 now. Wilston Grange 1-2-8. 5 points is the margin in favour of the Gorillas. So we'll start it back in the middle again. Tell you what, the umpires are doing a good job of bouncing this ball, I was about to say, but they've called it back, so thought it was okay. Yeah, I'm surprised they bounced it in the QAFL, little leagues in Melbourne. They might do it to start the game, but generally not each time. Well, they won't be doing it in a few weeks' time, I reckon, once we get in the middle of the winter. There you go.
You've got a commentator curse the bounce, mate, as the ball goes down once more. Heavy scrap. Gorillas with hands off, and here we go. Straight to the forward line, give it a go it is. high bouncing, Morningside, and that's taken the ground. Was it over the shoulder? We'll see what the official's decision is. Yep, looks like that is the case. Morningside with the kick out.
Yeah, they were going to bring it out towards Crawford. Decides to play it safer down the line, but it's going to come straight back inside 50. Should be a mark taken. Is taken. And I think that was Humphreys.
Jeez, he's been prolific, that is for sure. You can see that blonde hair a mile away. He's down on the far side. Tough angle.
Yeah. He's only going to kick from around about 35 to 40 metres in total. Bit of a stop-start. The kick is on its way. I think he likes it. He does like it. And they get their third of the afternoon. Great start for them. They move on to 3-1-19. Morningside 1-2-8. And there we go. The last two goal scorers.
Jeez,
We're just coming. Well, I was just going to say one's coming to the bench now. The last goal scorer.
Humphreys has been prolific this last 5
And
minutes,
Cameron.
Dave. Pearce is back on as well. We'll see what words of encouragement he's been given from the coaching staff.
Yeah, straight back in the middle as well. So, I'm sure they would probably prefer to not have the debutant Burke in there against him, but he does pretty well in the end. Neither side get the centre clearance. Have the ball up, back in the middle. Played just on 18 minutes here in the opening term. 11 points the margin. Leading by Wilston Grange player. I thought held without the football. The umpire said no. Play on's a call. They'll go forward again. Kick goes inside 50. Can the mark be taken? That is a wonderful contested grab. Absolute beauty. And they can go back.
That's an absolute screamer there on the side of Chase Martin.
Chase Martin. What a contested grab that was.
Jeez,
And he can give them an absolute beautiful start to this game.
Yeah.
They can have 4 in the opening 18 or so minutes. As he comes in, awkward little stuttery start run up, but the accuracy was all that counts. And he's got his first of the afternoon. A wonderful start here for the Gorillas.
It's an absolute stampede at the moment here from Wilston Grange. They've put on a bunch of points in a quick succession of time. Coaches be very pleased, and what a terrific mark that was.
It was. You don't get any better contested mark than that. Under a lot of duress. And 19 gone for 125, 128. Wonderful start, as we said, for the Gorillas.
Now umpires to bring it in once more. Big shout out to Bradnam's Windows and Doors for getting behind our officials this season. As the fellas are in once more. And Matthew Waters here jumping in again. Tap goes down, hands out. Scrappy play here from both teams. There we go, good hands. And the Gorillas on the rebound again. They are running right at the moment here, Dave.
They are. They got it from Rosenbrock. Now the kick goes forward. Might bounce inside 50 again. Plenty of numbers for Morningside at the back of the ball. They should be able to maintain it, but just won't sit up properly. Feeds the handball out over the top. That was okay. They got it out there to Lovig. Lovig's kick was a good one. He's going to do the old 1-2 and get it back. Goes with the kick in the middle. And that was okay. I think that might have been Cockatoo Collins. Kick goes out wide to Hobley. Tristan Hobley doesn't get it as clean as he would like. Wilston Grange have got numbers around the football. And they hold it in. They can. No, they can't. Oh, gee, I reckon he went.
Had to think about it.
He did it. I think he changed his mind right at the last second there. But I think it was the right decision nonetheless.
Yeah, ball goes up, ball goes down, and immediately another scrap in effect with the Morningside. Oh, is that
Well, he might have a problem now. He will have a problem because he kept trying to break the tackle.
Yeah, wow.
So, fair enough too.
Wilston Grange once more with the ball here. Just taking his time. And a big kick down here in the middle of ground once more. Big pack mark. Goes to ground once more. Morningside retaining possession, but The official will see it up once more.
Yeah, fortunately, we haven't got that player's jumper there, have we?
Oh, there we go. That's a great tap.
It was, and a talk on the run. Goes all the way to the top of the square. And the mark taken, I think it was Mills, Jackson Mills, who did get the opening goal. It's on a tight angle. What a wonderful start he's had to this contest. From point blank range, should get his second, and he does.
Yeah, that's Jackson Mills, number 9. Geez, good mark too with the push-off.
Certainly was. Boltoni, Tyler Boltoni was one to drive that inside 50. So what a start this has been for the underdogs. They've got their 5th on the board, 5-1-31 Wilston Grange, 1-2-8 is Morningside. And we've still got plenty of time left in this opening term. 22 minutes just ticked over. And 6 goals, there'll be plenty of time on, you would feel.
Yeah, it's a terrific start here for the Gorillas. And it's a bit of chaos ball here, Dave.
Yeah, it is.
Stumping the ball in and hoping for the best, and it's going their way.
So back in the middle, they go again. I went early. I thought it could have been a free kick to Pearce. He fed out the handball, though. But intercepted. Here's a chance for Morningside. They can go forward with a kick inside 50. No mark taken. Spilled off hands. Falls to the front, though. Cockatoo is there, and his kick's a beauty around the corner. And he spots up a teammate who should go forward as well. And he does eventually. That was Tommy Bennett's.
Yeah, really smart play, and he's given it back.
Tommy Bennett's has given it back. And in the end, yeah, probably Cameron Reeves was probably a little bit, might have been better off taking the shot himself from the forward pocket. Just got a little bit cute. And eventually they get it through for a minor score. They move on to 139, 5-1-31.
Yeah, just a little bit too selfless there, and Lovick with a tap through as the Gorillas once again straight out of the defensive 50, and that is a big kick.
Look at that kick.
Going all the way, straight to the sideline, and you'll take that. Jeez, he covered half the field in one kick.
He did. Yeah, he got it all the way to centre wing. And goes over the line for a boundary throw-in. Brought to you this afternoon by TPIL lawyers. And of course, Bednam's doors and windows. To be thrown back in again. This time, Pearce throws it on the boot, gets it forward. Play could have been pushed out. The umpire said no, it was A-OK. And mark taken back there. That'll be Lovick. Started well. Goes on the right boot. Well, he didn't get a good purchase on the kick. Luck's a bit of a fortune, though. It did get out over the back. They should be out here, Morningside. They go forward with the kick inside 50. McDonough's there. He's got to put the tackle on. He'll have to go back, give him a chop out. Gorillas have got plenty of numbers around the ball. They feed the handball over the top. Get it towards centre wing. We're taken over the line there with Cameron. We'll have a ball up on the outer side of the ground. 24 and a half gone. 5-1-31, 139. 22 points the margin in favour of Wilston Grange. QAFL, match of the day here, live streamed.
Jeez, Pearce has been huge since he came back on, Dave, as that's another successful clearance for the Gorillas. That one out of bounds on the full, though. And it's got to be said, since he's come back on, he's been everywhere. Now, Morningside have an opportunity to try and settle the ship, so to speak, but they're in a little bit of a pickle on our first quarter.
Sutton, Jude Sutton with the ball at half-back. A bit shell-shocked at the moment, Morningside. Sutton just goes down the line. And that fella you just mentioned, Pearce, a big ruckman, gets that big frame out in front. Just too hard to get around, and he takes a good mark.
He's been dominant thus far, and once again with the big ball inside. See if anyone can bring it to ground. No, that's a great mark.
Well, they're just playing kick to kick, these two. That's Jude Sutton again.
Yeah, there he is, racking it up slowly, unfortunately.
Oh, turnover again.
Yeah, not the best kick, and the Gorillas with the forward entry, and that's a great pass in the middle. And unfortunately rolls too much forward for the momentum. And the Morningside team, unfortunately, once again find themselves in the defensive 50. Kick out is clean, however, this time. Straight down outside of the field here, viewers.
Yeah, that was from Hobley. Sorry, I'll get it. Give you a chop out there. Hard to see around the corner for you. The kick's okay. Finds Toos. Fletcher Toos. Got a player in the half-forward flank. See if they can move it quickly. They've got a player all on his own in the goal square. It's going to get there in the end. Mark taken and simple goal coming up, but wonderful football. That was Cameron Reeves.
Yeah. And Jack Rolls with the kick. Great eyes there.
Yeah.
To immediately see the free man in the goal square. And there we go. That's a little bit better from Morningside. We'll see if they can build with this.
Yeah, but old Cam Lovick's got a funny old hairdo there. Shaved at the front and full mop at the back. Just coming off again for another break is Matty Pearce.
He comes in, does some damage, and then quickly hops out. But I imagine quarter time isn't too far away. Better response here from Morningside as the umpire once more to bring it up. We'll see if he goes for your bounce. Oh, no, you've gone and jinxed him, mate. That isn't no bounces since. As the clearance goes out, all ball as well. Kick off the ground there for Morningside, and here we go. Unfortunately, lost his footing.
Yeah, Griffiths that was. They keep it alive, though. Just knocking it forward. Better build up now. They're going to get the kick inside 50 again. McDonough's going to fly from the back, pushes his opponent underneath the football, who took the mark anyway. That was Zacharias. And he takes it. Dangerous. I thought it could have been a dangerous kick, but it was okay. Finds Hayden Hall. So Hayden Hall on defensive 50. Does a little sidestep and then goes with a real short kick. That was okay. Thought he might have wanted to get that football back. Didn't do so. That was Simpson. Carter Simpson.
Simpson with the delivery. Once again, another pack mark on that, say, just goes to ground. Gorilla's scrambling. And then there should be another ball up. And it seems to be the common theme of the quarter thus far, Dave. They just launch the ball as far as they can and hope for the best. Tap is there. And hands once more.
Well, yeah, and it's a little bit... well, I think they put Morningside under a pressure, just getting that chaos ball inside 50 on a few occasions. And what they have done well is they've pressured really well, and they've got the ball turned over. Here's a chance for them again, inside 50. Players are up. Humphries was up. Ball stayed down, and another one goes on the board. I think that was Brady Reeves. In fact, no, it was Jack and Mifsud.
Yeah, captain's goal.
The captain. And what a start it has been. Again, just another ground ball. It gets out over the top and just running onto it, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, it just seems to be... They've almost embraced the chaotic play style.
Yep.
Morningside have tried to be a little bit cute with the ball and haven't been as polished as their opposition, whereas the Gorillas are just launching and hoping. But there you go. How good is it seeing your captain slot one as well?
Yeah.
The boys get around him and the ball will come back.
Getting amongst it, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, very shared score tally thus far here for Wilston Grange. Our debutants out there once more. Wonder how our other debutant's going. Grady Turner. Haven't seen too much of him thus far. Ball goes down. And here we go. The Gorillas get hands out again. And are they going to get another successful forward entry? It looks like it. Foot race on display. Big tackle, and it goes to the sideline. Ooh. Has he gone flying over the fence, Dave? He has. Sheesh.
Well, he might be in a bit of trouble too. I hope he's going to be all right.
Yeah, there we go. There's a... He's managed to bring himself back over. They tell you, if anyone ever says AFL's not a contact sport, you've got to deal with players and fences. As our ball will come back in. He looks all right, thankfully. Another rack battle. Good tap. Good hands, and he's got away with it. Solid tackle once more.
30 minutes gone here in the opening term. 6-2-38, 2-3-15, 23 points a margin in favour of Wilston Grange. 9 plays 5 as we'll have another ball up. Leading into this quarter time break on a beautiful day out here at Hickey Park this afternoon, it must be said. As started again, it just gets worked towards the boundary line. We'll have another stoppage in play. Yeah, I was just looking for Grady Turner. He's just about to make his way back onto the ground.
It's always a good thing seeing debutants out on the field, and they'll no doubt be enjoying themselves as ball goes up again. Goes the ground once more. And the Gorillas get away. Here we go. Straight through the 450. Bit of a grubber. Ball's gobbled up, and we'll see the ball up once more. And you have to feel there hasn't been many official calls today, Dave, but they've been very busy with ball ups. So maybe they're putting their whistles away because of it.
Yeah, I think you'd be right. Play resumes again. Wouldn't Wilston Grange love to get one right on this quarter time siren? It can't be far away. We're just about to tick into 32 minutes. Ball knocked away. Morningside should be able to clear. They do. They feed it out over the top. Really like his game so far this afternoon. Green away. Gets it up towards centre wing.
Yeah,
where the
whistle was blown. Unrealistic attempt on the smother there. And it'll come back to Morningside.
Yeah. Conversely, they'd love to get one as well. Can't be long left in this opening term. Can wheel and go.
Well, he takes his time. I don't know if there's enough of it to be mucking around with, Dave, as the ball gets pumped in once more. Free man is there, however.
Oh,
does he
he's
stick
got the mark?
Yeah, he does. There's a bit of a conversation about whether he dropped it or not, but Morningside. A shot after the siren. Did he go?
Oh, he's got a 50-metre penalty, so it's a certain goal. Well, I think what had happened is, yeah, he sort of went to go quickly. The player must have come off the mark, and at the time the siren had gone.
And that's Fletcher Toos there with ball in hand, and that's a good way to finish the quarter for Morningside. They get around him too. Makes you wonder if that might be his first goal in the QAFL, Dave.
I would say, I reckon you'd be pretty right on that. So that is quarter time here on our QAFL match of the day this afternoon. Quarter time, 6-2-38. Great opening term from Wilston Grange. Good fight back late, though, from Morningside. 3-3-21. Just quickly, the goal scorers. Mills has 2. Mifsud, Cameron, Humphreys and Martin all with 1 apiece. Well, for Morningside, singles to that fella, Toos and Cameron Reeves and Thomas Griffiths. We'll be back right after this very short break for the big second quarter of Wilston Grange and Morningside.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
to put our points in next week. So.
Are you?
Everybody else good though? Comfortable enough?
Yeah.
Best in the league?
Nah, last week. That's all.
We've had that eventually. What's the worst?
Well, some pulled up there.
Yeah.
That's a great spot up there,
It's
too.
probably it's not as good as Central.
No, well, I've got something there as well.
Yeah. Try and get back in there with Central. All right, enjoy.
No, thank you.
Make sure you mention our sponsors. All the ones on the farm, especially Morley,
Oh, yeah, okay.
the Gibson, all the big ones on that side.
Yep.
Beautiful.
In front of the Wilston stand. Righto.
Yep.
And welcome back here to Hickey Park. Second term just about to get underway. Wonderful first term, 9 goals, 5 in an opening term. 6 of those went to Wilston Grange, 6-2-38. They lead Morningside, 3-3-21 with it. Goal right on the siren. Well, Coach Brent Maloney, bit of a coach killer you would have thought, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, that final kick, and it didn't look like the Gorillas were too pleased with the results, but all they could do is bounce back. And speaking of bouncing, an official to bring it in once again. Big thank you to Braden. Windows and doors getting behind our umpires as the ball goes up. The two big boys once again with a big contest. Pierce straight down and the Gorillas getting it out. Kick out. Once again, this is good here for Wilston Grange. Morningside must respond. Straight to ground.
Ball up, centre half forward for Morningside. This time they get the hit out. Wilston Grange, the ball goes forward and towards the pocket though for Morningside. The kick's got to come back to go forward.
Cameron Reeves opting to kick it out again.
Yeah, finding Rolls. And Rolls goes forward.
That's a terrific mark by Turner. There's the
There he
debut.
is, the Grady Turner.
Yep. And he gets it out.
From the Gold Coast Academy, young 18-year-old.
There we go. As Rains takes the mark here along the sideline, opts to put the palm up and say, fellas, settle down. And being the story all day, pings it long. Oh, it goes to ground. Ball still live. Close right here to our camera, hand over the head. And a bit of a check side. A bit of chaos ball once more. Morningside scrambling with the defence, but we got balls on. And a lot of hands. Here we go. Now they get a chance to rebound, and that's a smart kick. Good mark.
Yeah, Westaway got it from Griffiths onto Rolls. And good in that opening term as well, Rolls. He'll be called to play on. He is so now. So goes long in towards half forward. Well, Big Fish came over the top. Cockatoo was able to keep the ball alive, and then he wins his own football back. Loves this situation. Cockatoo just couldn't bend it back far enough. Nakia Cockatoo, but wonderful work to keep that ball alive. And the big fella, well, Matthew Pearce, he'd be a little bit annoyed he didn't get that ball knocked over the boundary line. Kept it alive, but it comes back into play again. Player there dives on top of it. It was Lovick. The umpires found a free kick. It'll go. I think it'll go against that player. No, it's going the other way. Oh, now McDonald's got the ball 50 out. Yeah. He's kicked 2 points already, and he's got that raking left boot, and he can go back and have a shot.
Yeah, and you'd imagine he's not too far off kicking one here, Dave. He's been pretty busy all day long. Nice set-up kick there, straight down the middle of the ground. And we'll see if this booming left foot of his can get the job done.
Look at the run-up. He's got a nice run-up, hasn't he?
He's coming in like a pace bowler. And wouldn't this be a great start here for Morningside? The last 2 goals of the match. Big kick is good.
Oh, look at that. That is pure majestic foot skills there. And he finally adds to his 2 behinds with a beautiful goal, Garrett McDonough. And, well, Morningside stay right in this contest with their 4-4-28. Only 10 points of margin now, 6-2-38.
Here we go. We've got a game on our hands, viewers, and he has absolutely roosted that from the forward 50. And, geez, doesn't that inspire the troops seeing a big kick like that? Now the pressure's on. Can the Gorillas respond?
Yeah. Just hope they didn't lose their composure there with that late 50. Goal right on quarter time. Just reinforce they've done so much good in that opening term. 6 of the first 8 goals.
I do wonder, he won't claim it, but the wind was definitely at his back there with that big kick as well. Ball goes up.
Oh, well, players, the ruckman just holding each other in the end.
We're all friends here in the QAFL, mate.
Yeah.
We have another opportunity here for a ruck contest. We'll see if this time someone can get the fist to it. Just. As more scrappy play continues, and the fellas just love tackling each other, mate. We're not going to get any ball out anytime soon.
No, plenty around this football. 10 points of margin in favour of the Gorillas. 4 minutes gone here in the second term. Player overruns it. Little kick goes forward.
Oh, here we go. Good bounce. And kick is a bit wayward. Good pick up, though, from Morningside. Here we go. Can they bounce back? Great hands once more. Plenty of white sleeves closest to us. Instead, the switch is on. Hand up. The sun is in the eyes. Great mark regardless. And this is a great response here from Morningside down the far side.
Yeah, it was Rolls. Got it to Greenaway. Both those were very good in that opening term. Kick goes into the middle of the ground. Handball over the top. Here's an opportunity coming up again for Morningside. The kick goes in towards full forward, but just off line and through for a minor score.
All set up there from Cameron Reeves down the middle. Great over the top and bounce through.
Yeah, Hopley couldn't quite finish the job.
The Gorillas a little bit stumped at the moment. You mentioned they might have been a bit rattled from that call at the end of the first, and you have to ask the question as that ball goes up. Park mark, great mark, as Hayden Hall with a terrific overhand and a nice chip kick to the middle switch. No, doesn't opt to, goes straight up the guts. And that is kicked.
Oh, it's a beauty.
To a free man.
Yeah, it was. One of the goal scorers in that opening term in Cameron. Cameron goes in towards full forward. Ball spills off hands. Humphreys there. Got 3 to beat, though, in the end. Humphreys, can he at least get there to put a tackle on, or wait for a bit of cavalry to come and give him a chop out? Morningside still have the numbers. They work it along the boundary line, and then the kick was a bad one. Intercepted there. It's taken by Mills. And Mills just too far out to score. Got a goal in that opening term. Winds up, gives it everything. Going to get it to the top of the square. But in the end, it was a 4-on-1, and they can easily bring it out of defence. Morningside, it probably wasn't the best effort of kicks.
Like to lower the eyes in that instance, but here we go, Morningside again.
Ooh.
That's a big crunch.
And that's Mills again.
There we go, Morningside are off once more. Good kick.
Well, now they're on.
Go. Smart
McDonough.
footy, polished footy. And the opportunity is on. Momentum here with the Morningside. Takes his time.
Will he do it?
And he bangs it in. Is it looking good? No, just down the wide side. Hands on the head. Knew he could have kicked it a bit cleaner. And the Gorillas have a sigh of relief.
Had a little bit more time than he might have thought as well. He was very open for quite a while there. They move on to 4-6-30. It's back to 8 points now, 6-2-38. It's as close as they've been for a little while. Wait for the ball to come back into play.
Dave, it's got to be said, Morningside just look a little bit more cleaner than they did in the first quarter, and that's banged out from the Gorillas. Another big pack. The ruckman go up. Ball goes down. And the Gorillas hands out, and that's taken over the boundary line. Once again, big thank you to our official sponsors of Bradenham Windows and Doors. The umpires have been busy all season long. Flinging it in, the ruckman will go head-to-head once more. Neither touches the ball. And it looks like we'll have another ball up. And it seems the old chaos ball is still well and truly in effect here. It's a nice and entertaining match for our viewers here on the QAFL YouTube channel.
Quick kick forward by Cockatoo Collins in towards full forward. High flyers are up. No one can take the mark. Well, works to the boundary line and eventually goes over for a throw-in. Cockatoo Collins just comes for a rest on the bench. 8.5 gone here, 8 points to margin, favour of the Gorillas. In the second term, ball to be thrown in, left forward pocket for Morningside, doing all the attacking at the moment. Ball comes out over the back, quick kick goes in towards full forward. Players, though, are there for Wilston Grange. They work it towards the boundary line, throw it on the boot. Does it go out of bounds on the full? The umpire said yes, it does. And it'll be reciprocant. Free kick. That was Oscar Tanks was doing some good job, some good work there. As Nelson's there. Nelson plays on, and I think he's going to return the favour and put it straight back out of bounds on the full again.
Yeah, too much wheat bix on that one. Banged it way left. And the Gorillas look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. They just can't get any transition down the middle.
Archie Smith with the ball.
And he brings it in once more. Another high ball. We'll see if anything changes here for Wilston Grange. Ball goes to the ground. And hands are out. Here we go. They have their opportunity. Quick little chip kick. And Morningside not able to get hands to it. And that there is a terrific mark. The captain to bring it in. We'll see if he can settle things down. Smart kick. Close to the camera here. Jackson Mills, ball in hand. Nice chip kick. Too long. And Morningside once again. Ball's out. Was that the throw? No, it wasn't. 2-on-1. And gobbled up here for the Gorillas.
Well, they've got it at half-back. That's the debutant, Grady Turner, just working his way into this game now. The debutant. They maintain possession. They work it out over the top. That's all right for Baloney. He takes it on the outer side, wants to bring it back into the corridor, and he does through Darby Breeden, I should say. And Breeden has the ball between half-back and the centre. Goes long, looking for Humphries. Outpointed on that occasion, though, by his teammate. By his opponent, I should say, who takes the mark, but that kick's not a good one. Another turnover coming here again. Chance for Wilston Grange. The kick goes in towards full forward. Where's Humphries? He's there at the front. Couldn't compete in the air, and now Morningside should be able to bring the ball out of defence.
Yeah, really smart play there from Morningside, and they bang it down the wide side once more. Hands are up, and will they go over the boundary line? Yes, it does, and you've got to see that as a win there for Morningside. Wilston Grange were definitely in a good position to get it into the forward 50. Now the boundary line is the friend of the Morningside team at the moment, as our official brings it in once more over near the Gibson sign. And that fence earlier was in use as we had a player go flying over it in our first quarter. The ball goes up, and the ruckman bring it to ground.
That was Burke. Got the hit out. Number of players in this cluster at the moment. The umpire's found a free kick. Is it advantage is now paid? Well, advantage was paid, and then it was brought back. Mills to bring it back. Got a player on the outer side out here.
Yeah, it looks like the Gorillas are going to consider a switch here.
Van
it looks like
Gorg,
the case.
yeah, they're going to maybe try and get it all the way to Van Gorg if they can. Gets to Breeden again. Now it's that player I just spoke of, the number 27. He leaves it for a teammate there in Turner.
You see the obvious tactic change here, Dave. The Gorillas have really tried hugging the boundary line as they put a second switch on. Ball down the far side. And good set of marks here, but they just can't get out of their defensive 50.
No, we've had a lot of possessions to try and get it out of there. Hartung with the ball at half-back. Keep trying to switch, but they've had about 10 possessions and barely gained 10 metres.
Yeah, it's very obvious they're just trying to minimise the longer kicks that we saw very frequently in the first quarter. He's asked for the mark, and it hasn't been paid. Right there in front of our scoreboard. 38-30. As our officials will bring it in once more. And there's a pretty close contest here for our round 10. Tap is good. Gorillas with ball. And more scramble getting it over the boundary line.
Played just under 13 minutes here in the second term. Just joined us, 6-2-38, 4-6-30. 8 points is the margin. This is as much as 23 points in that opening term. gets thrown back in. Handball comes back in towards the corridor. Now they've got numbers here, Morningside. They get the ball out cleanly. The kick will go in towards half forward. Spills over the back. Donna's there. There's numbers though for Wilston Grange. They work at the Turner. Turner can't keep the ball alive. And it goes out over the line for a boundary throw-in.
It's not dewy out there, is it? We've had a couple of fellas just fall over. It's very dry at the moment. I'm not too sure what's going on with the footwork.
Maybe it is an early start, not 2 o'clock. It was 1:30 today, so...
Well, we did have our women's matches on earlier, and the grounds look good then, as they do now. As a nice contest once more. Gorillas with balls out. And can they get something going from this? They can. Here we go. Ball down the wide side, straight up the guts. Marking contest, and that's a great overhand there on the side of Tom Bennett's. Kicked out, and the switch is on here for Morningside. And it's not marked, but they have legs. Hands are good. There's the big debutant with the ball. Thumping kick into the forward line. Morningside with the opportunity and fisted out. Smart play by Zarakis.
Just having trouble getting the ball inside their forward 50, Wilston Grange at the moment.
That's a dramatic change from what we saw in the first quarter, Dave.
It is. I think they're also just trying to take a little bit of pace out of the game as well, just trying to maintain possession at the moment and hold the fort.
Yeah, definitely have to give credit to Morningside. They've bounced back here as the ball goes up. Clean mark, banged it in, and that has gone out. Was it on the full?
On the full.
Yep.
Free kick will come back here for the Gorillas. They'll just keep hugging that boundary line. Didn't go. Ball just stayed alive. It's become a real scrappy fest. They haven't scored a goal this term, Wilston Grange. 2 goals to Morningside. So just tightening right up at the moment. Morningside can go forward again. A little kick goes inside 50. No mark taken. Ball work to the front where it goes over the line for a boundary throw in.
And you do wonder, the bit of a shell shock here for the Gorillas. So they're just stuck in the mud at the moment. I don't want to bring up mud considering the rainy conditions we've had in the last couple of weeks, but see if they can get some traction. Ball will go up once more. The big ruckman will clash here at Hickey Park. Beautiful day for some footy, and the whistle's
Free
been
kick
blown.
off the ball. It'll go to Wilston Grange.
Well, there we go. That's one way to get it out of the forward 50. Is a big kick once more down the boundary line. Unfortunately, no one's there. And that gets scrambled out. And Morningside with the ball once more.
Well, turnover though. Here's a chance for Wilston Grange. They can bring him back into the corridor. Great mark though. Flying over the top there was Cameron Reeves.
Jeez, he's had a good one today.
He has, and his kick's a good one. Finds Pendlebury. Pendlebury gets a little shove for his work as well. Wanted to give it off by hand initially. Now rolls onto his left boot. Kicks inside 50. That's as far as that one will go.
Yeah, Hayden Hall with a great mark.
Yeah, he's done well. Paul.
As he goes down this boundary line again, a lot of Gorillas in that little spot. And they take the mark. But this is where they've been stuck all quarter. There's a wonderful haircut you addressed earlier, Dave.
Yeah, Lovick.
As they have the ball in hand. Straight down the middle, absolutely thumps it. And Morningside once again. Easy mark. As we got Dyer with the ball. Morningside down the wide side, hands out. Can they build some momentum? No, the bounce doesn't go their way, and the Gorillas getting it back. Great smother. Wilston Grange, ball still in hand. And coughed up over the boundary line once more.
To be thrown back in, outer side, centre wing. Gibson's scoreboard, 6:2:38, 4:6:30. Scoring is all but dried up in the last 10 or so minutes. This quarter, Wilston Grange try and feed the handball out. Player held without it. We'll get the free kick. We'll go to Morningside. Look, yep, it will. Back in the ruck. Handball. Chain of handballs now over the top. That was okay there for Crawford. Now they can swing and go back and bring it on the outer side for Griffiths. Thomas Griffiths takes it, handballs it, gives it to McDonough. Within range, just went a step too far. Got a shove in the back for his efforts and sneaks it in for one behind.
Yeah, the Gorillas an instant rebound, however. They want to get it out quickly. This is where they've been stuck all quarter, but they opt to take the time and chuck the switch on instead. And they are not getting anywhere. They've opted to go straight up the guts this time, and that's not the best kick. Morningside all over him, and there we go. The pressure is relentless here at Hickey Park, and Morningside once more with another opportunity to kick a goal and get ever closer to the evening this scoreline up.
Certainly will. Waters to take the shot. He's done a little bit in the ruck as well. There's a little chop out there and the old forward and ruck. But he's only 25 metres out from goal, directly in front. This to close the margin back to 1 point. He steps up, takes the kick, makes the goal umpire work, but he gets the goal nonetheless. And we've got a 1 point ball game as he gets his first goal of the afternoon. 19.5 gone, 6-2-38, 5-7-37, a point the difference. And Wilston Grange, well, they just cannot get the ball forward.
No, and you've got to give credit there to Waters. He's removing the stigma of ruckman can't kick goals. And that's a very handy one as Morningside. It's been their quarter, mate. Absolutely dominated thus far.
That breeze looks like, just looking at the flag on the outer side, looks like it's picked up going that way.
Yeah, you can see the Australian flag there right on the Hickey Park scoreboard has been flying along to the heavy left side of screen, viewers. Give you a bit of an idea of which way it's going as we've got another contest. Looks like Waters getting a chance to have a breather from the rucking duties. Pearce is back in though.
Yep.
It's very important in the first quarter. Can he get something going for the Gorillas? Tap is good, but it's all Morningside.
Free kick, Lovick.
Free kick, yep.
Holding the ball now. Wants 50, so it wasn't handed back properly. And Lovick now can go with a kick inside 50. He was looking for Humphreys. Gets to him on the bounce and tries to get it back. Player appealing that he was taken high. The umpire said, I'll have none of it. I'll have a ball up.
Yes,
They finally do have the ball inside their forward 50.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. They've been stuck in their own back line this entire quarter. Ball goes up again. And more scramble.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the Wilston Grange defenders could probably do with a little spell down there. They've been under siege this term. Ball goes back up. Lovick was there. Leaves it for a teammate now. Gets out over the top. Kick goes in towards Humphreys. He leaves it for a teammate at the back. Couldn't take it. Griffiths feeds off the handball. That was okay. Little left foot kick is out of bounds on the full. Wilston Grange should bring the ball back into play.
Yeah, positive pressure there from the Gorillas. As we see the kick in once more.
Van Gorp.
If they can get an opportunity to get a kick a goal from this, the ball's pinged in. And goes over everyone, but the Gorillas have ball. Snap is there, and that's an easy
goal. That's how we do it.
And they didn't do it the pretty way, mate. But
no, literally just found a way to do it. Got the job done. I'm just trying to pick up who got that goal right at the end. The fella already had down for 2 goals, but he only had 1 in the opening term, Jackson Mills.
I have a feeling it might have been Chase Martin, 28.
I got 9 on my.
Either way, Wilston Grange get the goal. And yeah, two grubbers to get it through. 6 points go their way.
7-2-44, 5-7-37. That is, sounds unusual, but it was a much needed goal for the Gorillas.
Big time.
First goal of the second term, taking 22 minutes to come by. This time Burke got the hit out, leaned over the top. It's okay. Handball was fed out. Chance for Morningside to burst through. Here's an opportunity for him to go deep in towards the forward pocket. McDonald was there, but getting back was the debutant and Grady Turner.
Terrific mark.
Yeah.
Streaming out of the back line, if you don't mind.
For a debutant, he played it like he played 150 games.
And see how the kick is. Big drop punt straight down the boundary line. And that's a terrific, not paid, never mind. The Gorillas with the momentum. Here we go, banging it into the forward line. Torpedo is good, and we have a bit of a chase here. Jackson Mills, the only Gorilla out there trying his best to get hold of it. No, Morningside take it over the line. And the question's been asked.
Yeah, was it deliberate?
It looks like it'll be a ball up. Better 2 minutes here, Dave, for Wilston Grange.
Certainly has been. They lead it by 7 points. Time on in the second term. It's the ball thrown back into play. The ruckman again got an effective head out. They try and feed it out by hand. Morningside partly interrupted. Cockatoo Collins was there. Gives the kick, puts it out into the space for McDonough to run onto. Now where can he go on his left boot? This time he elects to go in short. That's okay. Spots up a teammate whose kick is an absolute beauty. And that kick, well, that came from, I think it was Hobley. And Hobley's kick inside 50 was an absolute gem. And he's able to find Cameron Reeves.
Yeah, what a pearler to set Cameron Reeves up. And this man has had a terrific match thus far. Straight in front. Healthy distance, so you'd back him from distance. We'll see if this can settle things down for Morningside as he pings it in. And our umpire does not move. He likes what he sees. And that is a goal there for Cameron Reeves, his second of the day.
Yeah, good stuff. And just superior ball use, isn't it? And we watched both these sides go forward inside 50, Dillon, and one side, Wilston Grange. Well, they just go with a kamikaze ball and just bomb it in and try and get a ground ball.
Yep.
At the other end, it's much more methodical and try and lower the eyes and hit targets.
It's like me playing pool or snooker, mate. You just whack the ball and hope for the best. And
yep.
In this instance, though, Morningside are responding and it's back to a 1 point game.
7-2-44, 6-7-43. 25 gone here in the second term, thanks to TPIL lawyers. There's our QAFL waffle match of the day. Live streamed here from Hickey Park. They go back in the ruck again. Well, player went early. It didn't matter. They got the ball forward. That was Wilston Grange inside 50. Lovey goes in and puts on a strong tackle.
Yeah, probably one too many hand passes there for Morningside. And
yep.
The Gorillas, with that grip, gets him down and the ball will go up just outside of the 450 here for Wilston Grange.
Well, the two Matties, Matty Waters and Matty Pearce. Matty Waters went so high at that previous bounce. Now they've got a Stacks in the middle. Big Matty Pearce just lies on top of them all and gives himself a little breather. Slowly pulls himself back up. Do it all again. This time. Neither got an effective hit out. Wilston Grange, little kick forward. By Lovig, lucks a fortune, finds a teammate right at the front of the pack.
Yeah, Griffiths.
And that was Sammy Griffiths, who's already got one goal this afternoon.
This is much better for Wilston Grange. And once again, nearly identical position to the last goal we saw from Morningside. Dave, right in front.
Oh, gee, had a player all on his own, 25 out, who made a strong lead. That was Rains. So, yeah, it was a good lead by Rains. Certainly got plenty of separation. Now he stands there, hands on hips, so he's got to try and finish this now with a goal. He comes in, the kick is on its way. It's not going to come back. Through for a minor score. Ryan Griffiths, 1 goal, 1 for him this afternoon. 7-3-45, 6-7-43. We've got the close one here at Hickey Park this afternoon, 2 points a margin.
Yeah, Morningside straight down the guts, and here we go once again.
Oh, McDonough.
They're open, and they're on. Here we go, run is good. And there's a lone man in the forward line. He takes it himself. He's going to have a chip all the way, and he's pinged the post from 50. Oh, Morningside, they would have got up and about him had he landed it. Jeez,
It was easy though, wasn't it? One kick in from fullback, McDonough takes it, feeds off the handball and rolls, finishes with a minor score. As you mentioned, 44-45. Now 27 and a half gone here in the second term. Kick goes to the outer side. Mark taken though by Morningside. They can go forward again inside 50. Is that the required distance? The umpire said it's okay. And and go back and have a shot. I think it's Hobley. Going to wind up, give it everything. It's not going to get the accuracy, and barely got the distance. It goes out of bounds on the full right forward pocket.
Yeah, I do wonder if the wind is blowing in that direction, Dave, as we've seen quite a few of the balls go to that side today. And the Gorillas bringing it in once more to the exact same spot. He's gone up. Was that realistic?
Unrealistic, no.
Yep. The official says that is mine, thank you. And the Gorillas, here we go. They've got their opportunity to bounce back in this awfully close one in the second quarter. And they're just going to bang it down once more. Ball goes up. There's Big Pierce, the ruckman. Shoves someone out of the way. And Morningside with the ball again. Hands again. They've been loving the hand passes today. Straight down the middle. And the kick isn't there. But the hands are. Gorillas defending. And that'll be a ball up.
Well, we've got the close game here this afternoon. It promises to be a huge, wonderful second half of football. We're back in the middle. 29 gone. Little kick goes forward for Pierce. Gets it up towards half forward. Can they keep possession? They can. They'll get the driving kick inside 50. They've got a 2-on-2. Play almost held without it. The umpire saw it. And he agreed with me. Advantage is paid. And a goal coming up for Wilston Grange. Jackie Rains gets the goal.
That was all the captain there, Midfield, getting the free kick and hands off. And that's just what captains do, Dave.
Yeah.
Leadership.
Yeah. Advantage was taken by Rains and was able to stroll in and get their lead back out to 7 points. 8-3-51, 6-8-44.
And it's good for Rains, considering he did put on that good lead earlier, but was ignored.
Yep.
So he gets paid again
A little
for
bit of reward for effort.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. And this is good here for the Gorillas. They've settled things down. Morningside looked terrific at the start of this quarter. Awfully close 7-point game thus far here for our round 10 TPIL Lawyers Queensland AFL. And ball up again. Looks like Pierce is having a breather.
He is.
And the scramble is on. Hands are out. Here we go. Gorillas with plenty of options. Morningside, relentless pressure, but they get it out. Here we go. This is better from Wilston Grange, straight down the right side. Pop-up is there. Close contest. Oh, not taken. And there's the big captain himself. He just got the assist on the goal. Great hand pass. Ball is good. And that's smothered again. Plenty of Morningside players there, Dave.
Yeah, they have. They should be able to bring it out of defence through rolls. The kick was okay. Spots up a teammate there in Tanks. Oscar Tanks wants to swing at the outer side to Cockatoo. Cockatoo goes in the direction of McDonough. He might have his jumper held. The umpire said no, play on's a call. He's got to go back and help out now, McDonough, and he does. He puts on a big tackle and says we'll lock it in. Just on attacking 50 for Morningside, who trail it by 7 points. Getting into junk time here in the second term. 31 and a half minutes gone. Slightly not as much scoring. Lovick, who's been good this afternoon. The kick was good. Finds Humphreys. Humphreys wants to feed it off by hand. That was okay. Finds Zacharias. Zacharias kicks up towards full forward. Was he held without it? The umpire said no. Was it Rains? It was. And could have got the free kick. You could hear the crowd in the background appealing for it. McDonough comes in with a handball. Delivers towards half forward. But you heard in the background, that was the half-time siren there. Gee, Wilston Grange almost had an opportunity to get one right on the half-time siren there, but not to be here at Hickey Park. Just repeating the half-time score. It is Wilston Grange 8-3-51. They lead Morningside 6-8-44. We're going to take a break here. Before I do that, we might just quickly run through the goal scorers. Mills has 2, is the only multiple goal scorer for Wilston Grange. Rains, Mifsud, Cameron, Humphreys, Martin and Sammy Griffiths all with 1 apiece. While for Morningside, we have 2 goals to Cameron Reeves, singles to Griffiths, McDonough, Waters and Toos. But we'll take a break here at Hickey Park and join us for the big second half of football in our QAFL match of the day between Wilston Grange and Morningside. Wilston Grange lead it by 7 points.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
And good afternoon and welcome back to Hickey Park this afternoon. The second half not far away here at all. I'm joined here by Dylan, and a wonderful first half of football where we see Wilston Grange, well, they hold a 7-point lead, but Morningside are far from done with yet.
Oh, 100%. It's been a beautiful day of footy here at Hickey Park, and it's fair to say Morningside have responded. That was a great second quarter, for them. But I do think, the Gorillas after that halftime chat probably had a bit of a rev up in the bench, and I imagine they'll be bouncing back strongly.
I would think you're right, as the coach Brent Maloney, the former Brisbane, Melbourne player, on his way back around. There, yeah, they managed 6 goals in that opening term, Wilston Grange, and just 2 goals in that second term to 4 goals from Morningside in that second term. But, you got the feeling that there's plenty more ebbs and flows to go in this game before we're done with just yet.
And I have to ask the question, Dave, with Morningside kicking 8 behinds, do you think that'll come back to haunt them later on?
Well, it certainly could. Ironically, one of the biggest recipient of that is Garrett McDonough, who I was singing his praises before the game. I saw him last year play here across half-back for Morningside, and he was always a dead-eye Dick. And, of course, I've put the moz on him today with just a 1-goal for from him. But, he's generally a really nice kick of the football. We know he's a beautiful long kick of the football, but he's just had a couple. I think he's had 1 poster as well in amongst those. So, it certainly could. But Wilston Grange, as we were talking about during that second quarter, they've been a bit scrappier. They've got to fight and scrap for their goals a little bit more than Morningside, who are generally a little bit cleaner. But, it's still, nonetheless, it promises to be a big second half of football here. 9 versus 5th. So it's a really important game for Wilston Grange. Of course, we've got the top 8 this year to stay in touch with the finals looming. But and Morningside, well, they would love to cement their place in that top 5, top 4, top 5, because they've got players to come back. Trent Downey, of course, the gun full forward, and plenty of others to come back there as well. It's been an entertaining first half of football, though. And
I've been impressed by our 2 debutants.
Yes.
Peter Burke and Grady Turner have both had little moments of brilliance throughout this one, and they'll be pretty pleased with the first half.
I thought Turner got right into that game in that second quarter, and particularly one, I recall one incident where he took that great contested mark against McDonough, and I thought, now we see what they see in you as well. So no wonder both coaches and team managers were excited to see these kids make their debuts.
Yeah, it's always good to see, and it looks like we're about to get underway once more here for our second half of our match here at Hickey Park. Awfully close one, 51-44. We will see how this quarter pans out. And the ball is up, and immediately a quick contest, hands out there from Morningside, and Wilston Grange bringing it to ground.
Great opening contest. Just quickly in the AFL, it is the Sydney Swans lead by 26 points over Richmond in the third term there.
As a Tiger supporter, I don't like hearing that, mate. Thank you for bringing that up as the
worries.
ball goes up. As we can see, it's probably good if we can give a score update of our matches around the ground, actually. I'll get that ready for our viewers.
Absolutely, as we've got another ball up in the middle. That time, Burke got a good hit out. Morningside should be able to go forward, trying to draw the handball. They do eventually. Now the kick goes inside 50, just at the feet of his teammate there. So it'll be brought out there by Wilston Grange. They can bring it out through Rees. And his kick goes to the outer side. They maintain possession. Ball comes out over the top. Here's a chance for Maloney. Maloney now. He's got it at centre wing, called to play on. Wants to bring it back in towards the corridor. That kick's a good one too, and he finds Mills, the goal scorer, with a couple. Mills kicks inside 50. Wasn't his best effort. couldn't hit his player on the full. Now they've got to get it back. Now they've got to get rid of it. A little toe poke forward was okay. Getting back there was Greenaway. Greenaway swings it to the outer side. They should be able to bring it out comfortably now, and they do, and they should get it to Cockatoo. He doesn't complete the mark, but it doesn't matter. He can run onto his own football. Cockatoo goes from 55 metres. He's got Cockatoo. Collins in the forward pocket, but he had 2 to beat and fisted away for a boundary throw-in.
Now it's an Avery down here at Hickey Park, mate. And what an absolute roost from Cockatoo. Goes to the boundary line. And we've got some score updates. So Noosa currently down at 49-87 against Labrador. As our ball comes in, we'll continue with the score updates as we go along. And we got a very close one on our hands here at Hickey Park. As our officials taking their time, Aspley currently up 34-27 against Maroochydore. And here we go, play can commence once more. And the Gorillas get hands on again and they cuff it up. Close contest, ball goes bouncing through. The big men are there. Instead, hands are out, and here we go, momentum surging. This is better as the Gorillas go forward, and over to you, Dave, and that's a mark there by Morningside in the back line.
It is. That was by Crawford. They bring the ball back in towards the corridor. Mark taken and handball given off. Here's a chance for Long. Lovick goes forward. I beg yours. Long is who I meant, and that's who I was going with. Now they've got to go back. McDonald tries to pick the ball up and stay on his left side, then almost throws it away. The umpire said it was okay. Play on's a call. And he still called play on. He did put the mouth to the whistle. Gets to the top of the square. Great tackle. Ferocious stuff in there going forward. Lovick. He just throws it on the boot. Hacks it. Gets it as far out of there as he possibly can. But that's as far as it'll go, and it'll be Fletcher Toos to take the mark, and he can swing it back.
Oh, terrific mark, and the switch is on here straight down the middle. And Morningside once again have another opportunity to launch into the forward line. And they take their time. They played some good footy here for the first 5, and that ball's up, and that's a good mark in the forward line. And they have their opportunity. This is what they've been searching for the entire time. And it looks like we've got Cameron Reeves, who's had a thriller of a match already. He's gone for his 3rd, Dave.
He is, yeah. A wonderful player for Morningside. He's going to kick from around about 45 metres. Barely an angle to speak of. Kick is on its way. It's coming back, not far enough into the woodwork. Just into the left post. I think he would have liked it for a while in the air too.
Yeah, looks good.
Through for a minor score. 1 straight kick in it now. 6-9-45, 8-3-51. That, of course, is on TPIL Lawyers. We've got some more around the ground scores there.
Yeah, we've got an absolute thriller. Redland, Victoria are currently up against Cooperoo, 29-29. Meanwhile, we've got a thrashing with Sherwood beating Mount Gravatt, 57-8. As the ball goes out, here we go down the middle of the ground. And it's gone to ground as always, but the Gorillas with hands, and they're going along here smoothly. Pack mark, good grab here from Morningside on that bounce back. We've seen this a couple of times now. This is how they got the last score. Just from this exact point of ground was the rebound. Take their time, switch is good. Oh no, it's not good.
Oh no.
And the Gorillas can respond.
Who's Stevenson? Oh, Stevenson, we've got an injury on the boundary line. You keep an eye on that one. I'll call the football. Dylan Stevenson, kick goes inside 50. Mark not quite completed by the young... well, has he been pinged? I think he has, Pendlebury, for holding the ball. It'll be free kick coming back to Wilston Grange.
Yeah, and this injury does not look
it's
good on the
O'Day.
sidelines.
Braden O'Day. O'Day will get to the injury shortly. O'Day, he's got to load this from 50. Wheels onto an arc and then tries to bend it back left to right. But wasn't able to bring it back anywhere near enough.
Yeah,
and just in for a minor score.
Looks like it's Tyler Baloney for Wilston Grange, and I don't know if it's a lower limb injury, but
he was
not
having trouble
good.
putting any weight on it, it looked like, didn't it?
Yeah, not good to see. We hope all is well. And Morningside here, bouncing it out once more. And,
great mark.
That's a good mark. And hands off immediately. They want their fast-paced ball straight up the middle. And here we go. That's a great kick. Unfortunately, the mark isn't there, and it goes to the boundary line. More scores around the game. Palm Beach, Currumbin currently down at 39-45 to Surfers Paradise.
Another close one there. Got a few very exciting games going on around the Queensland Football QAFL League this afternoon.
Oh, it's clearly a good round for it, mate. They were all within 2 goals except for one of them, which was a bit of a blowout. And the officials called it, and here we go.
Lovick looking for Humphreys. Knocked away from him over the line for a boundary throw-in. 7 points the margin. 5 minutes gone here in the third term. Absolute beautiful day for football. I'm sure all the boys and girls playing around in the leagues would enjoy the conditions much more this afternoon than they would have last Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it looks like Baloney's left leg is what is giving him trouble at the moment. And here we go, Morningside's on the bounce, and they've flogged that in. And a good mark taken again in their forward 50. They are playing some good footy here in this first, and he's rounded around. He's going to go for it. Has absolutely flogged it, and that is looking
I think
good.
He's got it.
What a screamer.
Wow. That was Waters, Matty Waters. The second ruckman gets his second goal of the afternoon.
He's having a good day. What a kick. Fellas get around him, and that has got to lift momentum for Morningside. Geez, how often do you see a ruckman just turn around and barrel? That was good. The big run, terrific kick. And it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, I get the feeling he's more, I think he is more of a forward than, he doesn't have the kicking action of most ruckmen in the league. Wonderful stuff from him. We're back to a 1-point ball game, 8-4, 52, 7-9, 51. As Matty Waters gets his second goal of the afternoon here at Hickey Park. The ground's bathed in sunshine. Umpire throws it up again. It's chance. Lovick is going to get it and just hack it inside 50. It bounces over the top for the skipper. He wants to feed off the handball. Goes this way, that way, and gives it off. And the kick's out of bounds on the full free kick coming back from Morningside.
Yeah, he just sort of rounded and pelted it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Morningside won't complain, though, as someone's out of bounds. They get the re-entry once more. Can they make something happen here? And is this part of the ground that we've seen a lot of defensive pressing thus
he's going to
far?
give it straight back again.
And he gives it straight back to the Grillers. And that one stings. But Wilston Grange will take the opportunity. And it looks like...
Now, hang on, what's happened here? The umpire's saying... Well, he's saying it was touched off the boot, was he? Or... I'm confused.
We've got a bit of a discussion here from our umpire. Someone's on ground, maybe a substitute. Miss up here, Dave? Maybe a blood rule. Either way, someone's coming
okay,
off.
I'd say you're right. So the ball is staying and goes towards the top of the square. A good mark taken out in front by Morningside. And might be green away.
Oh, that did bounce, and the Gorillas getting it back. Snap is good, but just...
Oh, no, it's a goal.
Confirmed. Terrific kick. He's got the captain, another one under his belt.
Mifsud.
He's having a good one today. He had a ripping assist earlier, and he's locked a couple under his belt.
Actually, to be honest, I missed a little bit of that play. I was looking at the bench at the injury and...
Yeah, confirm that is Misfit. He's had a thriller of a match.
Kicked a couple now, very important goals. And once again, they match Morningside, who got it back to a point, back to 7 points again. So trading blow for blow out here at Hickey Park, both these teams. It was their match of the day, brought to you by TPIL Lawyers. The ball goes back in the middle. Chance from Morningside. They can get the ball forward through Bennett. His kick's a good one, finds Cockatoo. Cockatoo will probably bring it back into the corridor. He does, but he overcooks it a little bit. So a turnover's on there for Wilston Grange, but the kick was smothered. So a chance for Morningside to go forward again. Kick goes inside 50 now. I thought there was a mark taken, a clear mark. And ball probably not thrown back either properly. So I'm not sure exactly what happened, unless it was touched by the person in front.
Absolute chaos here at Hickey Park as the ball goes up once more in the forward line. And there's a bit of feeling in this one now, Dave. You can see the fellas are getting a little bit rough with it. But in an awfully close one, you love to see it. Here for our TPIL Lawyers. Round 10. Ball up again. And a flying tap. Morningside still with possession. Here we go. Turn around. Takes his time. Chip kick high. We'll see if mark's taken. No. Fist is there. Man of the back. The defense is good. Bangs it out once more. Outside of 450. And they take their time again. This is good here from the Gorillas. Hands are out. But Morningside getting hands once more. Inside. Shoulder is good. Hands over the shoulder. Absolute chaos here at Hickey Park as it goes to ground again. But the Gorillas respond. Here we go. Pinged it out. Freeman is there. And they are on, Dave.
They are. Here's a chance for them to go forward. But just missed the kick. I think it was partly smothered, was it? It came from Cameron. Ball goes forward. Now umpires found a free kick. It's going to go back to Morningside. They've got players out loose. Lovick was there. He gets it. He gets it to McDonough. You know, we've spoken of his foot. 1 goal for this afternoon, but can load up on the left boot. Now he's called to play on. This time he just goes with a little pass in towards full forward. It was a beautifully weighted kick. It was wonderful stuff in the end. And he was able to spot up Pendlebury, only 30 metres out from goal. Pretty well directly in front. Certainly on the right side for a left footer.
That was a terrific kick to set it up to. Good mark taken overhead. And this is an absolute seesaw of a match thus far. Alongside with another opportunity to bring this within one. Left foot, big kick.
Oh no.
Goes to the wide side. Some would say that's a handy point though. And suddenly it's a 6-point game.
The problem is they've got 10 of them. The opposition's only got 4 of them, so I'm sure they'd rather 6 goals instead of an extra 6 behinds. Back to one straight kick. 13 going here, 58 plays 52. Favour of the Gorillas. They bring the kick to the outer side. Miffs it. He was at the back, couldn't complete the mark at the front. Was the debutant.
And that's been scrambled out once more. Wilson Grange.
It was the wire, in fact.
Did he take it over?
Just gotten over. He might have stayed alive. So, I think he's gone from the bench.
Yeah, Baloney's out on the field now. We can see him there.
Okay, so that's good news.
Up against Jack Rolls. Just in the contest as we speak. Here we go. Wilson Grange on the rebound. Good tap, and that's a nice kick. Hands on it. Don't know if he was necessarily the target, and that goes to the boundary line. Close contest here at Hickey Park. And a close one thus far. Bradnam's windows and doors getting behind our umpires as they have the ball in hand once more. Looks like Pearce.
They just come off, come back on, I should say. They do the ruck work against Waters. He needs to kick a couple of goals as well. Ball almost gets hacked forward by McNaughton. They feed it back to go forward. This time it's Hobley. Hobley's kick goes inside 50. Cockatoo's there. Leaves it for a teammate. In the end, it was just stolen away. A little kick from the Gorillas goes into the middle of the ground where the mark there was taken by Lovick. Cam Lovick. He swings it and moves it to the outer side. Finds Cole. Ryan Cole. Kick just gets to inside 50. They feed the handball back. Got to get rid of it quickly. They do so. Come back to Cole. Cole's kick goes inside 50. Couldn't quite find his teammate there who was really wanting. That was Oscar Tanks. He's beaten for the football in the end. Wilston Grange should be able to bring the ball out of defence, but albeit temporarily. It's going to come straight back through Lovick. He can wheel and go onto his right boot. What's he got up forward? Lovick, he goes, well, they've just gone the big fist, and it actually cost him earlier in the game as well when he did the same thing.
Yeah, Pearce has done that twice now, and both times it hasn't necessarily worked the way of the Gorillas.
Yeah, no, he did it once and it resulted in a goal, and it nearly did the same. If you're going to kill the footy. Got to get it out of bounds. At the very least, or through for a minor score. Could have gone with the two hands too. That was for the mark. He has been good this afternoon, and he will do the ruck work. Palms it down. Does okay. Cockatoo was there. He picks it up again, the big fella Pearce, and this time his kick's a good one. They should be able to bring it out of defence.
Yeah, as they're quickly getting it away straight away, and here we go, the Wilston Grange side. You can see quick legs trying to get away from ball, but they take their time, and they're going for the switch again. Straight into the back 50 where they've been stuck for a large portion of this quarter. And here we go, they've got the opportunity to switch complete. Can Morningside get it back in? Pushes there, not called. Doesn't matter, kept it in, good running. On the ground, hands down. And hands again. Good defense from Morningside. The pressure is there, and as a result, they get an easy mark here close to camera. And a quick inland ball, that is good to see. As Lovick is having a screamer.
Oh, here we
go. Big kick.
He can't keep missing him, can he? He cannot keep missing him, McDonough. And he drills it from 50 metres out, just pins the ears back. Gives a little worm burner, and he gets his second of the afternoon. And with that, scores are level, 58 apiece. 9-4, 58, 8-10, 58. McDonough gets his second to go with his four behinds. And there's no more dangerous hands to have that ball in, attacking 50.
Jeez, Cam Lovick has really ramped up his production.
Hasn't he? Yeah, he's been outstanding. Yep.
And you've got to feel the Morningside have slowly crept back into this one, and we have an absolute thriller on our hands here at Hickey Park halfway through the third. How do the Gorillas respond here, Dave?
Probably just need a bit of clean ball. Some clean entries. It's, to be fair, it has worked reasonably well for them just to get the scrubbing ball forward, but they've had to work so hard for their goals, and I'm sure they'd like to get a few easy, cheaper ones like we just saw gone. It'll be a free kick going Morningside's way again. And that'll be Waters. Waters just throws it on the boot. That's more of a ruckman's kick. That was more ruckman's kick than the other two goals he'd scored earlier. So he turns it over. It'll come towards half-back. They want to bring the switch on to this camera side of the ground. They do now. That was okay. And they go the switch again this time. It was through the debutant in Turner. They work it well. Try and draw the handball. And bring the ball back into the corridor. Go down the line. Chooses a ladder. Little shove in the back. The umpire said it was A-OK. Ball fed out there by hand. That was from Mills. Now they can go forward. Here's a chance from the skipper. Miffs it. He delivers beautifully and spots up a teammate only in Hayden Hall. Only around about 25 to 30 metres out, but on a very tight angle.
Yeah, tough angle, but geez, the captain once more getting involved. We talked about what do the Gorillas need to do to respond, and who better to stand up
than the skipper.
Yep, terrific play, and that was a solid piece of passage there from the Gorillas, and we look like we're going to have a snap. Not too far out, he's rounded around. We'll see what the result is. It looks like he's gone too much on it, however, and that's a 1-point lead once more for Wilston Grange and Morningside to bring it in.
They will. This time it's going to be McDonough. I love him at both ends. Yeah, well.
What can't he do?
Well, the problem is he's such a beautiful user of the football.
Oh,
and
no.
Then I've just gone and jinxed him. Humphreys cuts it off. Now wants to feed the handball off. He does. They get a little hack kick back inside 50. No mark was taken. Ball fed out. Humphreys can pick it up, feed the handball off again. Morningside are in there. Wilston Grange are in there, and they'll do the work. Yeah. And we'll have the ball up only Oh, it's about 40 metres out from goal.
And we can see
Tight ankle.
Liam Dwyer is barely able to walk out there for Morningside. I imagine he'll be pulling himself off quickly. The tap is there. And we'll see. No, he's opting to stay on, Dave. You can see him hobbling around there just behind
Yep.
Cam.
This time, Humphrey got the hit out, missed it. He's locked up in a tackle. The umpire will come in and ball it up again. Just joined us. It's a 1-point ball game. Wilston Grange, well, they've led from go to woe so far. They haven't been headed yet. Now it's just a 1-point ball game as the umpire will ball it up once again.
Makes me wonder if he's just got a corky, mate, because he's now wandering around okay. As there we go, it's gone down again, and Morningside have an opportunity.
Oh, McDonough's got a problem. He's
good.
got... Oh.
Not called. Gorilla's not happy. Fisted over. We'll see what the call is. Confirmed out of bounds. Wilston Grange once more.
Well, McDonough, they dodged the bullet there because I would have thought that was holding the ball. The top of the square. Ball goes into Woods. Full forward. Well, it beats everybody. Snap it, goal. Hits the post. And through for a minor score. That was by Hayden Hall, so a couple of behinds in a row to him now. And they double their lead. They lead it now by 2 points.
As it's gone down, great diving mark there. As Morningside once more responding, and a lot of people in the back line here for Morningside. They might have an opportunity here to get something going. Great kick, good mark. Rounds again, right foot, straight down the middle. Good kick again. Here we go, Morningside surging. Quick hands again. And the ball is up, unfortunately, straight to the hands of a Gorilla. Wilston Grange definitely had a little bit of a problem there, getting back to the transition, but thankfully they had a player on hand, as that's a great kick, chest mark. Straight to the middle of the court, field once more, and that's a howler. Morningside doing well here.
Yeah, they cut him off generally pretty well. Trying to bring that ball back into the corridor. Here we go. They feed it off to McDonough. Can he get onto his left boot? He can. Goes this way, that way, and then delivers off the short pass and finds Toos, who's right on the 50. Now he wants to go. He wheels and goes. Doesn't wait for the man on the mark. It's got the journey, has it? Oh, marked right on the line. Wow. Matthew Pearce. Now, what's happened here? No, it's okay.
Yeah, the big goalkeeper saves the day and thumps it out. Massive kick, big pack mark, and there we go. The captain again with a screamer.
Yeah.
He's having a good one.
He was sandwiched between 3 players then, opposition.
And again, gets the ball out. We've got Cam Lovig, who's had a screamer thus far, ball in hand.
Rosenbrock. Yeah, I've fallen for it, done it myself. Any times the ball goes forward. Morningside, though, can get the possession back. This time it's Griffiths. No, his kick didn't quite find the target. Lovick, he's there, sung his praises this quarter. Kicks inside 50. Plenty of numbers back for Wilston Grange. And just taking it and going for a run was Nathan Lane. They work it into the corridor. Lane gets his own football back, and he delivers beautifully into Wood, full forward. Mark should have been taken. Snap around the corner is a goal. They did it the hard way, but they got there in the end. And Noah Cameron finishes with the goal. In a wonderful passage, a wonderful build-up from play. Pretty much all set up by Lane.
Yeah, what a highlight play there for the Gorillas. Wilston Grange will be loving that.
Nathan Lane, but great running off the half-back line.
Love seeing a defender split the middle with the setup as well.
Go for a run. Again, they answer the challenge. 10-6, 66, 8-10, 58. They're back to 8 points. As we mentioned, haven't been headed all day. We have had scores level for a very short time.
We're set for a thrilling fourth quarter, mate, as we bring it up again.
We'll get some around the ground scores too shortly. There's just a lull in play here. Player was taken down off the ball, and he'll get the free kick. That was Rosenbrook. So Rosenbrook in the middle of the ground. Goes with a kick. Goes as long and far as he can. He was looking for the skipper. Ball spills off hands. Couldn't be taken. The Mifsud goes back in again. He might have got the free kick. Mifsud he has, only about 30 metres out from goal directly in front. Might have just been head a high tackle.
Yeah, just copped him on the nog. I mean, he's going for his third here.
He is.
Terrific match thus far. And for an update for your all viewers, Labrador currently up against Noosa, 102-70. We've got a very close one between Aspley and Maroochydore, 42-34 going the way of Aspley. And 20-point lead here for Redland. Victoria against Cooperoo. As the captain comes in, can he get his third? Strides in, nice easy angle. Slots it. And it's just gone to the wide side. Our thrashing between Sherwood and Mount Gravatt continues, 81-8. And then Surfers Paradise currently up against Palm Beach Currumbin, 56-48.
Another close one there as the ball comes back into play. Here's a turnover though. Lane gets it again. He goes on the outside of the boot in towards full forward. Lovey gets back though and takes possession. And then he's tackled over the line. More like an NRL game than an AFL tackle. And unfortunately, it wasn't a try. You get no points for getting it out of bounds here.
Geez, Lane's really trying to get himself involved, isn't he?
He has, yeah. He's really trying to give him some dash now. Middle of the ground. Might have got a little bit more of a licence in the second half to take the game on.
And there we go, ground to ball as well. Once more, there's a chip kick, pops up. Close contest, one-header mark, doesn't get paid, but the Gorillas get the ball anyway. Snap gets smothered. And here we go, Morningside ping it out immediately. Not the best kick, and all of a sudden, they had an opportunity
to
Commodore on, and they've put the goal. Wilson Grange pulled off an unlikely goal from Noah Cameron. We talked about Chaos Ball earlier, Dave. That there is it in full effect.
Yeah, it wasn't. He becomes the main goal scorer of the afternoon with 3 for him now. But to be honest, it was more like a Benny Hill show. It was a comedy of errors everywhere. And it was just little kicks coming in, coming out, going in, coming out, and eventually Cameron does what small forwards should do. Read it better. And he gets the lead back out to 15 points. 11-7-73, 8-10-58. With 27.5 minutes, and at this stage, Wilston Grange keep answering all the challenges. At Morningside, keep throwing at them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you get them in, the 6 points count. And you've got to say for Wilston Grange that Chaos Ball's worked for the last 5 minutes or so. Ball goes up again. 2 big fellas going head-to-head. Tap is good. But Morningside with the clearance, straight to the forward 50. And the hands go down. Ball to ground once more, though. And they've got the run on. Close here in the goal clearance. Ball still good. Hands are good. Scrambling defence, but the snap is there, and it's confirmed. Great goal there for Morningside, and they instantly respond, Dave.
It is, and it's that player near both sides have got 3 goals apiece. That was Cameron Reeves with his 3rd goal of the afternoon. And just good pressure in their forward 50. And they peg them straight back, 11-7-73, 19-64. 9 points is the margin. With 28.5 minutes gone here in the 3rd term.
Oh, it's a great close contest at the 3rd quarter. And you can start to see some tired legs out there on Hickey Park. A lot of running and a lot of tackling being done today. There's beautiful conditions, nice weather. And looks like, yeah, our injury concerns that we were discussing earlier have all but gone, and that's a wonky bounce. I imagine that'll get pulled back in. Good to see Tyler Baloney is all okay. Ball is up, tap goes through everyone's legs. Big crash. Morningside balls is good. And here we go, they have a chance to ramp once more. Straight through the forward 50, pop is up. Open man is there, he jumps too early, and Wilson Grange with the response.
No, it's going to be turned over, and it's going to be another snap and goal for Morningside. Will they get 2 in a minute? This time it was through 2, so he gets his 2nd goal of the afternoon. Yeah, it's just a little bit of poor defence there by Wilston Grange. And somehow, good work by Toos, was able to shark that football and snap it around on his right.
Oh, you love that.
No sooner are they out of it, they're back into it. It's 3 points to margin, 11-7-73, 10-10-70. 2 goals in under a minute there for Morningside.
Love to see a player seize the opportunity, and he jumped all over that. And it looked for a little while there that Wilston Grange were going to really start to pull away in the later stages of this third quarter, but no, not to be. Morningside immediately respond. 3 points in it, Dave. We've got an absolute thriller to get to the end portions of our third.
We do. Absolutely we do. Back in the middle we go again. Young debutant Burt that time got the hit out, and then Sharks up and does the tackling as well. Morningside will get the clearing ball. It'll go towards the wing. Lovick's there, takes a good mark. Oh, well, he's called to play on. And there, I would have thought, well, I had to be dropping the ball. The umpire said, no, that was okay. So, ball stays back. Turnover for Wilston Grange. Here's an opportunity for them. They've got a 2-on-2 deep inside 50. Can it get out over the back? No, they do well, Morningside, to keep the ball in front of them. Then a tackle. They just got boot to ball. That was okay. They get it to McDonough. He can bring it out of defence. Now he just says, hang on, boys, let's just slow it up. Let me take me time.
Have a bit of a breather, fellas, as crazy passage of play in the last 5 minutes or so. Everyone's been running rampant down, but I think everyone can take a collective breath.
We've got a football on the ground there. 30 metres out from goal. Surprised the goal umpire hasn't raced to grab it. You liked his game this afternoon, McDonough?
Yeah, he's had a great one thus far, and it seems he's been playing all over the field, as we saw him earlier, kicking for him as we spoke. But Morningside have really halted things up, decided to go down the line. Big high flyer, what a mark. Here we go, does not matter though. As the siren sounds, and we have a 3-point difference here, Dave.
We do. 11-7, 73, 10-10, 70. As we said earlier in the call, Wilston Grange, well, they've led from go to woe. Can they hang on? Because they're doing everything they possibly can, clawing their way into it. We're going to take a quick break here at Hickey Park. We'll be back with all the last quarter action on... What are we doing it on? QAFL, TPIL Lawyers. Thank you to them, and thank you also to Bradman's Windows and Doors. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the big last quarter of Wilston Grange versus Morningside.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to TPIL round 10 here of the QAFL. And we have an absolute ripper fourth quarter about to get underway here between Wilston Grange and Morningside. 3 points in it, and the whole spectators and all the coaching staff were getting around the Gorillas in that third quarter huddle. They clearly want to put on a show here for their fans. Down at Hickey Park, perfect conditions for our afternoon of footy. Cannot complain at all, Dave.
No, certainly can't. And just about ready. We'll bring some of those around the ground scores to you. There's some close ones as well. As we get the final term underway, it's Wilston Grange leading by 3 points. Up they go. They do the ruck work. That time it was okay. Pearce got it down. Morningside should get the ball forward inside 50. It's a bit of a foot race out there. Going back was Hartung. He does well and eventually gets the ball knocked over the boundary line. Had most of the play on that outer side. I always find every time wherever I commentate, the play always appears to be on the far side of the ground.
Yeah, make sure our eyes are working well here in the booth. As the ball comes up once more. And another tap there from Pearce. He's been pretty prolific all day. Big scramble. And the official will see it once more. So Labrador currently up 108-89 against Noosa. Aspley up 49-34 against Maroochydore as the ball goes down again. And here we go, the ball is out for Wilston Grange. Solid scrappy play as always. Ball grubber is good. Morningside, he's got hands out to it good. He has an opportunity, left foot, and he puts it through. There we go, Morningside with the response to get us going for our fourth term. They like what they see. And it looks like that was Sam McNaughton slotting that one.
Yeah, got his first goal of the afternoon, McNaughton. And Morningside, well, it's taken 3 quarters and 1.5 minutes to hit the front here as the lights come on. I don't know if it's that dark just yet, but getting him ready for the next game. 11-7-73, Wilston Grange. 11-10-76, Morningside. 3 points, the margin.
And speaking of score updates, Redland Victoria currently up 60-32 against Cooperoo. Sherwood up 81-14 to Mount Gravatt. And 3 point difference continues here. Morningside taking the lead. Pearce with the tap. And Morningside win the clearance once more. This is a good passage of play for them. Ball smothered. Doesn't matter the recovery effort. Ball on the ground. And then Wilston Grange to receive, pinging it in the forward 50.
Oh, might get out over the back. Ball spills out. Here's an opportunity. Got a problem. Got to get rid of it. They do. Morningside can bring the ball back through Waters into the corridor. Waters just sinks a slipper. Tries to get it as far forward as he can. And he finds a teammate there in Cockatoo Collins who wheels and goes on the right boot all the way from 55 metres. He has absolutely flushed it. And Cockatoo Collins, he can take a bow. That was an absolute beauty.
Oh, what a thump. Absolute blinder of a kick, and that will definitely raise momentum. Morningside are doing well here, and you can feel there's a bit of attitude change here from the Morningside side. They're just ramping up as we see it, Dave.
Oh, 2 goals to start this final term. Well, that sucked the life out of Wilston Grange. The Gorillas, they need to respond.
Yeah, we've got a thriller down at Palm Beach, Currumbin taking on Service Paradise. 10 points in that one as well. Geez, our round 10 has got a bunch of close matches here for our QAFL YouTube channel. As we bring it up once more, Wilston Grange must respond. Pearce with the tap and the clearance going the way of Wilston Grange. Hands is good, but Morningside hands again. They're everywhere, Dave. They can't do anything wrong. And this will go into the 450 once more, 1-on-1 going on.
Cockatoo Collins again. This time he picks up and he does a goose step inside left and right. Now kicks another one. One on the right, one on the left. And he gets himself 2 goals within a minute. And they just show what they can do, some of these boys. Hasn't had a huge game this afternoon. But Cockatoo going into the middle now. Cockatoo Collins with a couple of goals in a minute. That's why they're so special, and you can never keep them down.
Well, you said earlier the lights just came on, and geez.
Well, they've certainly come on for Morningside.
Yeah, my goodness, he's been absolutely running amok at the moment in the last 5 minutes or so for Cockatoo Collins. And aren't Morningside happy? Their coaching staff would be loving this.
And just having a look there, Dylan, they've got him really isolated, haven't they? They've given him the whole forward, almost the whole forward 50, pushed everybody up the ground, saying if the ball gets to the ground, he's going to win it 9 times out of 10 in a one-on-one situation. Wilston, Grange, what can they do? They've got to find a way to respond.
Yeah, well, we mentioned earlier just how important Midfield has been in their captain leadership role. This is the time for your leaders to stand up. Pressure is on, and here we go. They have their chance. Unfortunately, not the best clearance. Oh, here we go. They have their opportunity. 450 is good for the Gorillas. Another pack mark, and taken to ground. Close one. Morningside on the defensive. Wilson Grange, hands out. They don't have an opportunity. Hands in the chest is good. Pops it up. And a close contest once more. Morningside with the defensive effort, but no, Wilson Grange, hands out are good. The snap is
There's
there.
your skipper! There's your skipper!
He gets it done. We ask the question, and what a response from the leadership of the Gorillas.
Mifsud with his third. Wilston Grange get one straight back. Oh, you only asked a couple of minutes ago. Need your leader to stand up. Well, he did on that occasion. And he slots through his third to keep a pulse for the Gorillas. They go to 12-7, 79, 9 points in arrears of Morningside, who are 13-10, 88. What a start to this final term.
Well,
we've had 4 goals in 5 minutes.
I was about to say, we've had barely any points kicked in the past 20 or so minutes, including the end of the third quarter. So here we go. The fellas have really started to ramp it up for our round 10. And here we go. The ball is good again. The clearance is good for Morningside, but hands all over. Without, we'll see what the call is. And it looks like it's going the way of Morningside. Not entirely sure what occurred there, but they get their opportunity. Can they make the most of it? We've already seen Cockatoo Collins run a mark earlier. Here we go. Hands are good. Gorillas get an opportunity on the defensive, however. And here we go. They've got the wide side open to do as they please, Dave.
They do. And kick was partly smothered there. Goes up towards centre wing where the ball's locked in. Doing well there was Braden O'Day. And we'll have a ball up. 9 points the margin. This time it's in favour of Morningside. Grabbed and hacked out of the ruck. That was good work towards Mifsud. Has to leave it for a teammate there. Rosenbrook goes through without the football turnover. Lovick, he can drive him inside 50 with a torp. Yep, who we got there? Cockatoo Collins. He's there. Can he take it cleanly? He's still working hard at ground level, trying to get that ball fed out. Eventually gets it and throws it with his right hand. The umpire said play on. Wilston Grange have got numbers. They can bring the ball out of defence. This time they will. They'll get it from Mills, who's been pretty good this afternoon. Kicked a couple as well. They can go on the right boot. Get it up towards half forward. Good mark taken.
Terrific grab there from Noah Cameron.
Yep.
Who opts to take his time, and this is really
He's
good.
been good too, with 3 goals.
Yeah, a lot more cleaner here from the Gorillas as he pings it straight in the middle. As hands go down once more. Morningside on the defensive. Here we go. Ball is out immediately, but we've got a free man here for Wilson Grange. Takes the grab, takes his time.
Stevenson. He had a chance to go into the corridor, Stevenson. Now he's called to play on. He got too close to the man on the mark and had it smothered. And that was Tanks, Oscar Tanks, doing the smothering.
Yeah, solid play there too. Opted to take it out of bounds.
Just his second game, Oscar Tanks, as well. So, yeah, just a little bit slow in the build-up there.
Yeah, Peter Burke, the debutant in the ruck again. This time someone gets falconed. Ball goes up and the ruckman gets it back, gets it on the right. Too strong, good mark.
Yeah, I like Lovick's game. He's been outstanding, hasn't he?
Opts to take his time, plenty of options, and there's a free man here closest to camera.
Hobley. Bennett's. Tommy Bennett's. Goes in towards centre half forward. Mark taken. Tries to draw the handball. He wanted to give it to Pendle, but decided to go it alone. And he's kicked the goal himself through Cameron Reeves. He gets his 4th goal of the afternoon, and it is just a complete shootout here in the final term. We're 9 minutes in. I think that's goal number 6. 12-7-79, 14-10-94.
Oh, what a ripper of a 4th quarter. And speaking of 4s, it's all about Darcy Cameron Reeves right now, slotting his 4th. Absolute great day here on Hickey Park. He'll be very pleased with his efforts. And that rebound from Morningside straight from the back line into the Fort 50. I feel the Wilston the Gorillas had an opportunity to potentially get it to ground. Instead, Cameron Reeves too strong in the forward line. And then once again, question has to be asked, can the Gorillas respond? This has been such a shootout, as you just mentioned, Dave. Pressure definitely starting to mount.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tsunami now for Morningside. They do all the attacking. Burke got the hit out, missed it. The skipper's put himself onto the ball now, and he gets the clearance up towards half forward. Ball spills out over the back. Smother. It's been a feature of the game this afternoon, some of the smothering. Rosenbrook throws it onto his right boot, goes looking in the Humphreys direction. He was in front, did well, kept his body. Ball spills off hands.
I asked for the captain and immediately puts himself in the centre clearance. Great to see. And the Gorillas now have an opportunity right in front of goal with this clearance. Ruck battle is good. That gets kicked on the full. And Morningside can opportunity here to ramp out of it. And that doesn't look like it's over the shoulders. So it'll be the official's ball once more.
Got to get one here. 10.5 gone here in the final term. Burke does the ruck work. Some good things this afternoon.
Oh, is that on the full?
America, it is on the full. It'll come straight back. Yep.
Yeah, but the Gorillas need this.
Archie Smith, I think it is, to bring the ball back in. They just load up. They're going to go to the top of the square. High flyers are up. No one can complete the mark. Umpire will ball it up. Only about 15 metres out from the Wilston Grange goals. They trail at the moment by 15 points. I don't want this margin to creep any further.
Tap is good.
Oh, in the back.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. Yep, confirmed. And you feel, Dave, that this match has really hit 5th gear. Both sides have fought valiantly thus far. And this is a handy opportunity here for the Gorillas.
Ned Rosenbrook.
The man with the best haircut on field has an opportunity to steady things here for Wilston Grange. As he comes through, dead in front, can he slot it? Easy, does. High fives all round, and the Gorillas make it a close contest once more.
They do. They get it back to 9 points, 13-7-85, 14-10-94. 12 minutes gone here in the final term. In this final term, absolute shootout. That's what it is. Really opened right up.
Yeah, definitely doesn't seem as much tackling as what we saw in the first half. Hey, a lot more fast-paced play. And I'm not complaining at all. Great 4th quarter here from both sides. We've seen it go back and forth the entire time. As the ball goes up again to get us underway here in the 4th. Clearance goes the way of Morningside. Did he get rid of it? The question's been asked. Looks like it has. And here we go. They can live once more. Good kick, straight to the hands. And Morningside have an opportunity to launch. They do. Oh, was that a push? No. Simply fell over his own feet. Wilston Grange can have a sigh of relief as they opt to play the switch. Here on the shady part of the field. Sun slowly starting to set on this beautiful Brisbane afternoon. Nice play, good kick down the middle. And we can see Jackson Mills has had a great day thus far running down the middle. Decides to absolutely ping it. Unfortunately, it's to a 2-on-1. Good effort to get it ground, however, and Morningside get the rebound. Oh, no, he's got hands off. And this time he's gone to ground. The question has been asked, but the official will see to it.
Yeah, Grady Turner doing well in defence. down there, the debutant. They'll bring the ball. They've got to get another one. Keep reducing that margin. 9 points it is. Morningside get a quick clearing kick. Goes back in towards the corridor. No mark taken. Wilston Grange got numbers around the ball. Crowd starting to get involved in this game as well.
Yeah, they've got a big event going on here at the moment.
Yes, the
Dave,
big
so
ladies' day here this afternoon.
the ladies' match was on earlier today, and that was a ripper as well. And there we go. Good hands. Did that go over the shoulders?
Skip up.
Seems to be the case. And what an amazing match he's had thus far, but he would like to see the victory for the Gorillas as he pings it into the forward 50. Open man is there, goes to ground. But he retains his own ball, runs around. He has an opportunity. Snap is good. And it's a clean kick. The Gorillas respond.
Wow, Jackson Mills, take a bow. His third goal, he flew for the mark, kept the ball in front, ended up crumbing his own football and turned around and got onto his right side and finished beautifully. Well, what a game we had. 14-7-91, 14-10-94. We just turned over a tick over 15 minutes here in the final term. Players just starting to cramp in the middle as well, which I'm not surprised. Warmish day. It's hobbly.
And didn't we say it at the start of the match? It's the 9th v 5th. This had the potential of being a real close one. And that's exactly what's
Hasn't
occurring.
disappointed at all.
Good one to see for Jackson Mills, who gets his third, and it's a 3-point difference. Here in the fourth quarter, ball goes up, and who is going to take this? No one knows. And you feel that this clearance is very important. The question's been asked as the player has cocked one to the head, but all is well, and we will continue. Pearce, the big man, takes it himself, launches it into the forward line again. Screaming out.
Mills again.
And look who it is.
Wow.
Diamonds are made under pressure.
Well, hang on, that's nearly 50. If the umpire's saying you've got to come back a metre. Okay.
This here would get the crowd on their feet. He's going to have to absolutely roost this one into the wind for the Gorillas. He has launched it. It's going to the left.
Almost down and out. Dylan, 15 points down.
Yeah.
Just
What a
before.
response.
After Morningside kicked 3 goals in the opening 4 minutes of this final term. Then he would have the feeling they were going to run away with it. Pendlebury flies at the back, couldn't take the mark. They've got players down at ground level. That was Lane. Lane wants to go inside, outside. Now he goes on his right boot and delivers poorly. Turnover. Morningside can go forward. Should only be temporarily because there's plenty of numbers back for Wilston Grange. And they do. They'll get it through the debutant and Turner. He can deliver in towards half forward. The man of the moment, the goal scorer, he was taken down the tackle. Might have to work back to try and feed his own football back. Morningside have got numbers. They can handball their way out of trouble. Now they've got the build-up. They can go long. It should only be temporarily. Well, I lowered my eyes at the wrong time because I thought Zarakis was just going to take the mark. But a fist came in at the last second.
Yeah, he took it out, and it's gone to the boundary line, which I feel for Wilston Grange, they'll take this opportunity here, considering that was awfully going the way of their opposition. 2-point difference here, viewers here on our QAFL YouTube channel. An absolute thriller.
Thanks to TPIL lawyers. TPIL.
The ball goes up. Here we go, forward 50. Pearce again with the tap, low hand pass, and the Gorillas get it out. But Morningside responds. He's got a chance. Does he go for it, or does he opt to set? No, goes through for the boundary line, and that just adds another point. That's the 11th for Morningside thus far, and we're up to the 11th hour here of our fourth in a very close contest. No easy goals from here, Dave.
No, wouldn't have thought so. What do we... just thought we'd lost the football for a moment. Kick comes back in. Missed it. Back. Ball kicked forward again by Westaway in towards full forward. Pendlebury just pushes his opponent straight into the side. Fairly says the umpire will have a ball in. left forward pocket.
Yeah, very animated Gorillas bench right in front of us asking for the push in the back. Official ignores it and we will have the ball in. But this is dangerous territory if you're the Morningside defence. Definitely an opportunity here for Wilston Grange to jump on it. As the ball goes up, goes to the ground immediately. And cheeky kick, and that'll work. As the Gorillas have an opportunity to ramp back here. Morningside
Carter Simpson
had an opportunity. There's a scoring chance there. Not the best kick. He's just popped it up. Lots of people in this pack. Ball still live here, close to the camera. And the Gorillas get it. Here we go, open man. It's just rolled through, 2-on-1 for Morningside, and that's gone to boundary, and you feel that that's a very handy result for Morningside. Wilston Grange had all the momentum.
Wilston Grange, they led it at quarter time, they led it at half time, they led it at three-quarter time. Morningside, however, got it out to a 15-point lead in this final term. Once again, Wilston Grange, they're coming at them. They trail by 3 points. 20 gone into the final term. Ruck just has a little miss there. They're going to get a chance through Mifsud. His last quarter's been outstanding. He might have been done holding the ball. He will be. Cockatoo. Nakai Cockatoo will take the free kick. He's been good in this final quarter as well. He goes in the corridor to find McDonough. McDonough this time feeds a handball over the top to Lovick. Lovick tries to deliver inside 50. Cockatoo Collins, is it? Has taken the mark. 35 out from goal directly in front, and his last quarter has been scintillating.
Yeah, that is the word to use for sure. And oh boy, this is a big kick getting to the final portions of our fourth here. For Morningside, they've had multiple opportunities in the forward 50 and haven't really had a chance to get it done in the last 5 minutes. And we'll see the result and watch the fellas get around him if he's successful. Not too far off the middle of the ground as he runs in. Big right foot kick, looking good. He's pinged the post. They've been magnetic today. That's our third post that we've had thus far. And you can hear the Wilston Grange.
3 this quarter.
Wilston Grange fans are celebrating.
Oh, they certainly are. It's 4 points to margin, 92-96 in favour of Morningside. The kick is not good though. It was intended for Mifsud, but it was taken by McDonough. He's going to wheel onto that left boot and deliver superbly inside 50. And he finds Cameron Reeves, who can line up for goal number 5 and extend their lead out to 10 points. Still plenty of time. Probably good 10 minutes to go.
I want to appreciate that assist. What a kick off the left, pinging it straight.
You wouldn't mind being a forward knowing that he's going to deliver it to you. The other thing is it doesn't have any hang time. So Cameron Reeves, he comes in on his right boot to extend the margin to 10 points. He likes it. They get around him. He's got his 4th goal, make it his 5th goal of the afternoon. And they extend their lead out to 10 points. So wonderful, wonderful finish, but McDonough just intercepting that kick in from full-back. And can they come again?
Simply exceptional from Cameron Reeves. You imagine he'll be on the votes tally today. Kicking 5. Thank you very much. And the pressure really on here for the Gorillas. They had a pretty solid passage of play in the last 5 or so, but no, Morningside responds.
They've already made one comeback this final term. Have they got another one left in them? There's plenty of time. This ball back in the middle. No effective hit out. The umpire's, what's he going to call here? Ball up.
Yep, wrapped up there. And you can see deliberately taking their time. Everyone getting some oxygen in their lungs. Some tight contested play for afternoon of footy. Here we go. Morningside immediately getting the clearance. High bouncing ball doesn't go the way of Morningside. No, they get it back once more. Good handing pass is solid. But Wilston Grange, great defence. And here we go. They've got the ramp. Can they make the most of this opportunity? They need to get some results on the scoreboard. Unfortunately for them, the Morningside defender laps it up. And what a kick.
Look out.
Oh.
This will be 50. Is it?
No,
Yep.
not to be, but the boys are
Yeah,
getting-
no, it's 50.
and fair enough too, I think. He's taken after
Well,
the
great
mark.
courage standing underneath that football.
Pierce
The
is
big
not,
Matthew Pearce.
not a small
You'll be
man.
hearing those footsteps coming in behind you.
Jeez, he didn't go very far for that 50 metres, did he? He's on the 50-metre mark, as we say, in Morningside. This is going to be devastating for the Gorillas if he can slot it. Dead in front. 30 or so out. Coming in for a very important lead here for Morningside. Does not move a muscle.
Likes it, Hobley.
Terrific kick, and suddenly the result has ballooned out to an 18-point lead for Morningside.
16.
16. Danger time for
Well,
Wilston Grange.
but I can't read it properly. 14-8-92. 16-12.
108.
108. 16 points. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
We're good at math here in the commentary booth.
Oh, I just can't read the
Yeah.
the 10
That's all right.
whatever it is.
Our viewers at home can see the scoreboard, so we are sitting quite a ways away from it. But either way, what a result for Morningside.
What a wonderful advocate for the game this has been. It's been a wonderful. Rosenbrook feeds off the handball. Here's a chance. They can go forward now. The kick goes long in towards full forward. They've got to keep deep.
Good mark.
West away. He's been good. West away. Green away, I should say. Kick goes, out to the outer side. Matty Waters.
Terrific running from Morningside, considering they had to take two very big marks there to get it out of their defensive 50. Big kick once more, hands back, no, not to be, and that's a good mark. And all things going the way of Morningside right now.
Crawford goes into the pocket looking for Cockatoo. Collins had too much on it. Cockatoo was out the back.
I do wonder, Dave, whether Wilston Grange have run out of legs. They had the lead for pretty much the entire game. And now they find themselves under an absolute swarm.
I get the feeling they haven't run out of legs, but it's almost more like Morningside have grown an extra one.
Yep.
They've really put their foot to the pedal, haven't they?
Yeah, and it's gone up once more, and Pearce just punches it out. As Wilston Grange again getting the clearance, but can they get something done? Nice, it throws off two tacklers. Was that holding the ball? The official believes so, and it will go the way of Morningside again. Relentless pressure here.
It is. You get the feeling they may have done enough now. 16 points. One more would set. Certainly just about finish this game off. As the kick goes in towards full forward. McDonough was there, but at the back, Cockatoo Collins takes the mark only about 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. And is this for 4 in the last quarter?
I've got, for the side. I've got 3 for Cockatoo Collins. It's already...
Yeah, but all in this term. This
Yeah.
would be 4 goals in the final term if he's able to put it through. As we said, we didn't call him a great deal in the first 3 quarters, but gee whiz.
Yeah, talking about making the most of his moment. He comes streaming in again, and the official barely moves.
Yep.
Big fist pump, and Morningside all over it here at Hickey Park. Jeez, what a response. And they
What a
have,
last quarter. And I haven't actually got my 3/4 time scores here as we'll get around the grounds. That must be close to 7 goals in this final.
oh, they've run right. That's what it is, mate, and they've had a good one. Final scores, Labrador took down Noosa 108-96. We currently have still a live match between Aspley and Maroochydore 70-41. Redland Victoria Point up 88-47 against Cooperoo, and Sherwood up 117-21 against Mount Gravatt. My goodness, what a absolute mess over there. And Palm Beach Currumbin up 98-80 to Surfers Paradise.
Ooh. Pearce this time grabs it out of the ruck. Kicks them inside 50 again. A lot of numbers though around from Morningside. Ball bounces in favour there of Wilston Grange. The kick goes up and under. Humphries runs underneath the football. Ball stays alive towards the boundary side. Can they keep it in? The umpire says play on. Handball over the top comes to Mifsud, the captain. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. And gee whiz, you can't... what a term he's played as well, this final term. He's finished with 4 goals now himself. And as a skipper, you can ask no more from him.
No, he's had a terrific game thus far. But unfortunately, will it be enough for Morningside? Well and truly out of the blocks now. But an outstanding effort from midfield to his name. And a couple of assists along the way. He's helped a lot of people out to have shots at goal as well. Terrific effort for both sides, considering Wilston Grange are currently 9th. And they've nearly pulled up a 100-point game, Dave.
Yes, yeah. Oh, they haven't stopped trying, that's for sure. Pearce, he's been an instigator in that, and he gets the ball forward again. Can't take the ball, can't pick it up cleanly. They've got numbers around. They'll just hack it forward one way or another. They go in looking for Humphries. Tried to go with the overhead, then went for the mark. A little kick in towards goal. How's it going to bounce? It's going to be caught. In fact, marked just on the line. And just trying to... That was Noah Cameron. He did well. Ball comes back out. Pearce is there again. Puts his head over the football. Gives a little bit of protection. A kick goes around the body. That was by Mills, Jackson Mills. But he is offline and through for a minor score.
So Morningside bringing in immediately. They want that out of that defensive 50. And here we go. They're streaming along the far side of our field here at Hickey Park. Brings it back to the middle. And there's an open man. Here we go.
That's McDonough, yeah, on that left foot again.
Yeah, beautiful thing to see, and that's a great open kick. Morningside doing it too easy right now. They're streaming into their forward 50. Chip kick, great mark, doesn't get taken, however. And here we go, the rebound is on. Can the Gorillas make something of this? No, they get swarmed.
Oh, he's got a problem. That's holding the ball, I would say. Yep. Didn't get rid of it at all. Might be McDonough with the free kick. After sending that ball forward, Ratton forward as well. His game's been outstanding. Finds Lovick back in the corridor.
Jeez, it's a good pair, those two, hey?
Yes. Yeah, they work well. Lovick, now they can take it out of play a little bit. Waters. And he brings it to Greenaway.
Oh, he doesn't go to the open man. They're just opting to take the time here.
Yep. I think they're happy just to sit behind the football now. Run the clock down. 32 gone, so... Dying moments of this match. Morningside are going to come out victors. That was the debutant. I should say Dwyer. Dwyer goes back to Lovick. Lovick is back in the centre. Now he just easily steps around Humphries on the mark and then delivers into the pocket. No mark taken. Cockatoo was there. Tries to keep the ball alive. Does he? Cockatoo knocks it forward. Chance for them. They're still alive. Ball comes out. They've got numbers around the football. Will they get it towards the line? They do. And I'm not sure if it's a boundary throw-in or a ball up deep in the right forward pocket.
Either way, it's everything Morningside at the moment as they are streaming towards a victory here in this very solid match. Wilston Grange had a terrific effort for the first couple of quarters, but as you mentioned earlier, Dave, it's been all Morningside. They've just been ramping things up, hit that 5th gear and have not stopped. And once again, they have another opportunity here in the forward 50.
They do. Goes deep in towards the pocket. It stays alive. Here's a chance for... what have we called here? No, it's going to be a boundary throw.
That's Fletcher Toos, who has 2 to his name.
So he's got a couple as well. Yep.
He's had a solid day in the forward line.
Fluoro yellow boots on. So 33 and a half gone. Will be a long term. And I think 9 goals scored in this final term as the ball comes back into play. Gets knocked forward. Chance for Rains. His ball's turned over. Kick comes back. Wilston Grange, will they keep it alive? They do with a handball. Tries to give the old don't argue. Comes back to Rains. Grange just throws it onto his left boot. Gets it towards centre wing, but that's as far as it's going. It's going to come straight back. Morningside have the ball on the outer side.
And the Morningside defence have been terrific today, especially in positions like that, Dave, where they get those high pinging balls in, take the easy mark and can rebound. And we saw this earlier. They really took their time, just milking the clock. Switches on
There we
here,
go.
and the siren is gone. Morningside, the victors here at Hickey Park. And what has been a terrific fourth quarter result for them, Dave.
It has. It's final score there, 15-9, 99.
To 17-12, 114. And beautiful day here in Brisbane, down at Hickey Park. And, geez, you want to go over the goal kickers? We've got a lot of them.
I will. Yeah, busy. There's 32 goals scored this afternoon between the two sides. Cameron Reeves ended up with 5 for the winning side, Morningside. 2 to McDonough, 3 to Cockatoo Collins, or have I missed one? Is it 4?
Either way, he's kicked the bag, so he'll be happy.
Waters finished with a couple, and Fletcher Toos also with a couple, while Thomas Griffiths kicked 1. While for Wilston Grange, it was the skipper. Well, he wasn't a lone hand. He had a little mate up there. He finished with 4. Noah Cameron was there as well. He finished with 3. Jackson Mills did well also. He finished with 3. Singles to Rains, Rosenbrook, Humphreys, Martin and Sammy Griffiths. But in the end, they were too good in that final term, just running away with it, Morningside. So they'll keep their top 4 chances well and truly alive here with their victory at Hickey Park. It's been a wonderful day of football out here. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage if you couldn't make it out here. And Dylan, thank you very much for you this afternoon.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed your debut in QAFL this afternoon. Special thanks, I must say, to Bradman's Windows and Doors, and also TPIL Lawyers for their wonderful sponsorship here this afternoon. But for the time being, we're finished out here at Hickey Park. Hope you've enjoyed the cast and the match this afternoon. Join us, don't forget, next Saturday afternoon, and we'll catch you then.